Why, hello. Good morning. How you guys doing? Late? A little bit, yeah. I guess. Was it? Is this real? That's why. Daylight savings. Ugh. It's like everything feels wrong. Yeah. Everything feels wrong. I hate daylight savings. You're playing BG3. Friendly reminder to save. Save often. True. You apologize, but you need that hour. Listen here, Kronos. You may be the god of time, but only in my calendar. Stop that at once. Art Software is live? Okay, yeah, I am. Hello. Good morning. Looks like Twitch is spamming this. That's because you've been following since July 19th, 2024. They're telling you that I'm live because you've been following for 2 years. Why are you so upset? What is wrong with you? Can you see how long you've been following? Yeah, just click your name. You've been following since February 2024. February 16th. It's not live, but it's recorded in front of a live studio audience. That live studio audience is you, though. What is daylight savings time? Bullshit. That's what it is. Daylight savings time is bullshit. What do you really mean? It depends, right? It's my job. It's fun. I hate daylight savings. Daylight savings is a scam by Big Time. Also, Kronos is Big Time. I like if I've been a full-time streamer, in like 6 years. Something like that. Kronos wouldn't scam you. He scams you out of an hour every year. You Aussies need daylight savings? Bro, as an American, no you don't. You cut that shit out at once. You take that idea and you throw it away. You don't want this shit, dude. Promise you don't want it. The British would never steal time. True. Time is the seasoning, after all. Actually, no, they would steal it, and then they'd sell it to somebody else. I'm on to you. Thor, an agent of Big Suck? No. How dare you? That's chat. How do you decide which people to make admin? You mean which people to make mods? Those are employees. They're paid. Like, that's their job. What? I exist. Good morning. My hair is all over the place. Look at it, dude. It's exploded. It's exploded. Exploding giant hair morning, dude. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello from France. Hello. Hope you're having a good day, man. Yeah. I've been summoned. The wig. You're 5 wigs, dude. I haven't played this in forever. Space Marine 2 is actually really good. We played it the other day. Was it 4 days ago? And I have like 100 hours in the game. But they released the Tech Marine. But the Tech Marine came with some oddities. They have Siege Mode, and Siege Mode doesn't have any turrets in it, which means the Tech Marine is like 50% useless. Which is like... You should probably add turrets to that, so the Tech Marine actually works. You gonna play the Slay the Spire 2? So I played Slay the Spire 2 on launch day, on stream, and people hated watching it. It had like probably the lowest viewership since when I played Monster Hunter. People don't like watching Monster Hunter, and they don't like watching Slay the Spire. So I'm gonna play that shit for myself. People don't like watching it. It's fun. Yeah. You imagine Slay the Spire has a lot of urge to backseat. There was a lot of urging to backseat, and there was a lot of not liking watching it and wanting to play it, right? Oh no, they don't like watching Monster Hunter Wilds, for sure. Yeah. Thaxorin with the 20 gifted subs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Why isn't the game Heartbound completed? I release updates every month. The last update was 9 days ago. Let me go pull this up for you. There you go. So this is the last update. You can go and see on Steam if you want to go and do that if you're really interested in the game. And then you can see all the updates. There's one every month. There's new content every month. And now Animus is finished, and I'm off working on Jotunheim. That's it. So, go check it out if you care. What's the best song? I don't know. I like Miserable Manic Shadows. That's my favorite song in the game. You personally find puzzle games more fun to watch? Because you're so good at them? Well, thanks, man. I really like doing Blueprints. Blueprints was really fun. How long did we play that game? 226 hours. It's nuts. Is Heartbound self-update? What? No. I updated. What do you mean self-update, dude? You want to watch Blueprints? Blueprints playthrough again? I want to make a video of that. Want to see you cry play Spiritfarer? Oh. Oh. What are you playing on stream today? Space Marine 2. That's what I want to play. Because it's the last day for drops for it. I want to get the final drop. And I want to play more Tech Marine, because Tech Marine's rad as shit. Did we ever figure out the background blueprints? Background blueprints. Here, let me pull this up. Let me go into my notes. Behold, the gigantic and horrifying notes folder. If you mean the shaded T, the shade of truth, I think this never got resolved. I never figured out anything with this. If you mean the secret letters, where are the secret letters? In the Machinarium, like the N on the ceiling, never figured out anything with that. If you're wondering about the extensive notes, like this, there were a lot of them. What else? Never figured out what was on the hidden server. Never did that one. That was one of the few that I didn't understand at the end of the day. But everything else got fixed and solved the blue world. That was done. All done through Excel on that one. Yeah, there was a couple of loose ends, and that was basically it. There's just a few loose ends left. How do you get notes like that? I took all these notes as we were playing through the game. Like, literally just, like, every time I was trying to solve any puzzle, I just took notes the whole time. We played for 220 hours, man. Like, it was a lot of stuff. And then I took notes and I took screenshots and built everything as we went. There was a ton of stuff. Like, looking through all of this, there was so much shit in this game. It's just a massive amount of shit. There's even stuff that we found that ended up being bugs, like this. This turned out to be a texture page that was put into memory because it wasn't pulling a right texture. But that was only if you were in the mirror world version of the entranceway room and you were looking at a painting through a reflection on the floor. So, like, there's a ton of this stuff where we're like, is that part of the puzzle? And it was like, no, that's actually a bug. It's just like a really obscure bug. You have to duplicate the entryway room and then look at the floor and then look at a painting through the reflection of the floor. And then if you do that, then you get a texture bug. Right? You know, like, just weird shit, you know? Tons of weird shit like that. Oh, there's so much stuff. My God, there's so much stuff in here. No, that game was fun as hell, man. Oh, yeah, I forgot the 43 in this. There were numbers in a whole bunch of these. Yeah. When everything is a puzzle, then every bug makes you insane. It didn't make me insane. It made me super sane. I was very deeply sane. The boiler room puzzle with the candles now works. Boiler room puzzle with the candles. If you're talking about the tomb, are you talking about the tomb candles? This one? Or are you talking about something else? Because I also had Castle Orinda in there too. You think both? You can do rabbit math? I did do rabbit math. Rabbit math is fun. Oh my God, I forgot I remembered how to read numeric cores. Jesus Christ. There's so much game in this game, dude. We got all the stamps. Does it never end, chat? Does it never end? At this point, we want, demand a new playthrough. There's no such thing. You can't. I know all of this stuff now. There's, nah. It wouldn't work. Yeah, the end is never the end, for sure. But, no. There's no new playthrough. I did it, right? I did it. It's over. I can't give you another playthrough at this point, because I know too much about the game. We solved it. Yeah. Just wipe your SSD since you're an AI. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work like that. Oh my God, there's so many of these. All the passports. Yeah, look. All of these are anagrams of each other. Denoted in verse. Does it never end? Tended rose vine. Investor needed. It's all the same. It's all the same. Then at least give us a playthrough. Let me talk to Shadelock. All right. Let me talk to Shadelock because there's a 220-hour video. It's so much video in the video. It's so much video. Yeah, no, it's too much. It's a pain in the ass. It's like a monolithic thing. Yeah, Shadelock is going on holiday because, to be clear, Shadelock's going on vacation because Shadelock finally finished all the In December videos. Which was 80 videos. So, give him a break. You know what I mean? Yeah. You missed a key in the safe. You're a key in the safe. Oh, speaking of In December videos, I need to go put the latest one up. This is not up. Tethergeist. There we go. Next on that. Pop that up. By the way, we're going to do Indie Summer in June. I started putting together ideas for what I want the website to look like. So I'm going to be building that probably on my Thursday. That'll be my week this week. Is building out the website for that. Boop. There we go. Yeah. So that'll be Indie Summer. And I'm thinking about how I want that to work in terms of visuals on the site. Let me pull this up. Because I kind of really like the layout that I have for the Ferrets software site. I really like that, actually. So we go to ferrets.live. Like, I really, really like this kind of a layout. Like, it feels really good, right? And just kind of like all the reactive buttons and everything that I put together for this. So I think the idea is to make a couple of buttons for, like, over on the left side, like, what is this? Where do you find everything? Stuff like that. And then maybe a section at the top that says, you know, Indie Summer and in December, and then kind of list them out there. Or no buttons along the top. Or maybe buttons along the top that go to the different socials, and then on the left side we say, like, hey, this is the one for Game Jam games, this is the one for Indie Summer, this is the one for Indie December, and then you go and look at all that stuff. Looks like a video game? Yeah, that's the idea. And then, like, kind of go from there. Because, like, I'm thinking about what I want this to be, how I want this to work. But that's sort of the idea. And if you're wondering why this looks like a video game, it's like old GeoCity sites, is the idea. Yeah. Rotating the center chaos. Look at that. Look at it wiggle. Look at it wiggle. Look at it wiggle. Fun. Yeah. It's for Yoshi's Cookie. You want to know the funny part? Take your browser and set it to light mode. It'll actually change the whole site. I made it reactive to that. So, we say light mode. Settings. Chrome settings. There we go. Where is this? I don't remember where this is. Huh. But yeah, it'll switch that around. Light mode, close your eyes. I'm not going to do it. It's going to blind you. Yeah. While the hate for light mode, because a lot of us sit inside of an office or like our room with our computer in complete darkness. Then you blast out the bright light. What do you think of Star Citizen? The Star Citizen player, you'd like to hear my take? So I didn't like Star Citizen because I didn't like the monetization, like at all. The monetization kind of sucks. It's ugly. So I kind of wrote the game off, right, for a long time. Then my friend Tix was like, hey, you should really play it. You should really, like, see what they have in it. So I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. And I bought a salvager ship in the game. Didn't do a free fly. Actually just played the game. Got the ship, played it for 12 hours. I ran into so many bugs and so much of a mess. The best way that I could describe my experience was, man, it would be so cool if this worked. The game could be amazing. It has a promise of a future that is really neat. But nothing works right. Like, there's shit broken everywhere. And strange design choices, too. Like, you can just take hot dogs and put them on the ground. And anyone can see them. And they have physics. Why? Why can you do that? And it's not for realism. I'm not going to make like a tower of hot dogs, of like 50 hot dogs on the ground that cause physics and can crash your client and just leave them there and they just stay on the server forever. Like, what is the benefit of that? I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. Fill ship with hot dog? No, I mean fill common areas on a space station with hot dogs, right? Super weird. Super weird. So playing that, I was like, okay, this is really strange. Go out into space, did my salvaging. The first thing I ran into when I went to go salvaging is there was a spawn of a ship, and you're supposed to, like, peel the skin of the ship off with your salvager using these microwave guns, right? It didn't work. It was all broken. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Turns out 5 ships spawned inside of each other. So visually it was showing me that I was getting material, but I wasn't because the ship was inside of another ship, preventing the first ship from actually giving resources. So I was like, okay, then I had to find a different one. That one had 3 ships inside of each other. So this was broken over and over and over again. So I was like, all right, well, I got a little bit of material, bring it back. I'm going to go put up in boxes, put the boxes inside of my station, inside of the elevator, and then you go let the elevator go and you get paid for it, right? As I'm putting boxes in the elevator, my character inside the station suffocates and dies. And I'm like, the hell just happened? Turns out that on the edge of one of the boundaries there, it just counts as open space, even though it's inside of a building, and you just suffocate. You just die. So I was like, all right, that's weird. That's weird and cool. So I was like, all right, whatever. And I put all the boxes in there, got the thing to go through. Everything finally worked. And go up to the shop to go figure out what I could buy, right? Because I had sold a bunch of stuff. Get a set of armor, did all this kind of stuff, like figured out what I was supposed to do with all that. But when I walk into the shop, there's a whole section of the floor, like you walk in, and the floor is just gone. And you can just see out into space. And I was like, what the hell? And Tix is like, yeah, that happens sometimes. Sometimes the assets are just not there. Just jump over it. So I jump over this, and I get in there, and there's a whole other section of the shop that's just gone. It's just missing. And this wasn't like a loading problem. It was just like that. For the next couple of days, it was just like that in that environment. So then I get into the shop, and I'm like, I'm going to go buy something. I want to go get an item, right? And I pull up all the items, and one of the items had a description that just cut off in the middle of a sentence. There was nothing else in it. And then every other item had no description and no statistics listed on it. I had to go pull open the third-party website to see all the stats on every item in the game. Also, my ship only had a couple of items that were available, and they weren't available in this shop. So I had to go find them on a third-party website. Basically, everything was the game isn't going to provide you any information about if this is an upgrade or a downgrade. It won't show you any of the stats for the item, so go to a third-party website to figure it out. And even then, everything on the third-party website showed that all these items were kind of a side grade. So I was like, what am I collecting money for? Like, where's the gameplay loop, right? So at that point, I was like, all right, so there's a lot of broken stuff. Where's the gameplay loop? Where's my progression? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do as a new player, right? I was very confused at that point. So then I get back into my ship and I go out to salvage again because I'm like, I guess I can't really get anything. Go back out and start salvaging. And my hands are off the keyboard, right? Because I was talking to Tix. My ship on its own suddenly went into like very fast charge forward mode. No hands on the keyboard. Just sitting here like this. And it launches forward, explodes, and kills me. It's like... So then I have to wait to be able to get back into my ship. And Tix is like, hey, since you have to wait for your ship to respawn and all this shit, I was like, all right, let's go do the first-person shooter. So I was like, okay, let's go do that. So I go into the first-person shooter mode. That was cool. First-person shooter felt cool. I got all kitted up. We went into a mission. We went to go do it. But the AI of the monsters was kind of lame, right? So, like, basically there's, like, these side rooms. There's monster closets. And a monster closet is, like, the door is closed, the door is open, the monsters are in there. They come out, they come kill you, right? Or it's like a black wall, and the monsters walk through the black wall, and they go and attack you. And basically the doors would close to this elevator. They'd open up, and then two guys would be standing there. And I'd just stand here, and I'd just shoot that guy, and the other guy would just stand there, and then I would shoot this guy. And, like, that was the experience, just over and over, just blap, 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 like, over and over again. And, like, that was my first-person shooter experience. And I was like, what are we doing here, man? And so I picked up gear off of them. They had a gun that I thought was cool. It had a neat skin on it. It was a colorized gun. And I put that on, and we were done with the mission. And, like, that was kind of it. And I was like, like, I don't understand what the progression is at that point, right? I'm not sure what the direction is supposed to be. I'm not sure. There's not a lot of game, is what it felt like to me. What game is this? Star Citizen. So, like, after all of that experience, I would say that it felt like I was playing a... How do I describe this? Do you ever meet someone that has a cool car? And they just want to show you the cool car? They don't want to drive the car. They just want to be like, yeah, here's my cool car. Or you ever see someone like that? You're like, man, look at this cool car. It felt like I was in somebody's car museum. It felt like I was in a car museum. Like, everybody wanted to show me their cool car. They want to show me their cool ship. Don't fly it. It doesn't quite work right. But look at it. And I was like, this is kind of weird. Or shoe people. Yeah, like, look at my cool shoes. We don't wear those. We don't wear these shoes, but I have them, right? It's like, I got these Air Jordans. Do you wear them? No. And it just kind of felt like that the whole time. And so I also interacted with the global chat. Like, I went to go talk to the general community, and I was like, hey, everybody, can you tell me a little bit about the game? Like, I'd like to understand about this. And they're like, are you really Pirate Software? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, shit. And they're like, why are you playing the game? And I was like, well, my friend got me into the game because I had some negative opinions about it, and I wanted to learn about it. And they say, the first thing they said was, that's not a friend. The global chat in the game said that. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's just the most ridiculous-ass response. Anyway, we got ads. We're going to wait to the ads. Yeah, we'll wait to the ads. Waiting on ads. We'll do TTS during the ad break, yeah. What's up? No. Oh, it's not working. You made me this way. One moment. Oh, damn it. Where's SpeakerBot on this? Why is it broken? There we go. There we go. It's playing the sound. It's playing the sound. That's your TTS. Let me see. But yes, Thexorin, I hope you're having a good day. Don't have 3 energy drinks. That's insane. They're sugar-free. That doesn't matter. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry your plans to be cursed have been foiled. Your TTS message did not play. Audio didn't play. Have water? You have water. Yeah, no, sugar-free is gross, dude. Like, they're really gross. Alright, so ads are over. So I guess if you got cut off, if I got cut off by the ads, you didn't hear me. Is when I asked the whole community inside of Star Citizen, like, you know, like, hey, you know, tell me about the game and everything. They said, why are you playing the game? And I was like, oh, my friend Tix got me into it because I was like, I want to experience the game because I didn't like the monetization, but I got to give it a good shake, right? Like I should go and see if the game is good or bad, regardless of the monetization feeling, because people keep saying it's amazing, right? And their first response, literally the first line of text after that was, that's not a friend. Which just, to me, is really like, oh god, like even the like dedicated community inside is like, this is shit, everything is shit. And like we sat down, we just kind of talked for a little bit, and it seems like at least the community members that I've interacted with also don't like the monetization and think the game is in a pretty scuffed state. But overall, what I feel like, I can sum up my entire experience as Star Citizen into one sentence. Man, it would be so cool if that worked. Everything, every single feature I touched, that would be so cool if it worked. All of it. You could take any piece of the game at all, and you could say that sentence, and it would be true. Out of everything that I did. And I touched as much of it as I possibly could. We did space fights. We did first-person shooter. We did like salvaging. I moved around the station. I geared up my character. Like, all of it felt like that. It'd be so cool if it worked, right? And everything just seemed kind of like scuffed or weird in some way. I think the weirdest thing to me, out of everything, the strangest thing that I experienced was the inventory system. You would expect the game to have like a grid inventory or like a list inventory in some way where like it lists all of your items or like it has it on a grid and then you like place the items like Diablo style. No, they put it on your character and you have to spin around your model and then like put it on like a slot on your character, but they're not visually there. You have to like click it in just the right spot, and if you do it wrong, then it's so weird, dude. The inventory is incredibly goddamn weird. I have never seen a game do the inventory like this. It's like kitting it on your body, and it just feels awkward. It just all feels very awkward to do that. They're revamping the inventory in the next patch. it's not really about revamping the inventory or not. It's like, why did you take this really novel approach? Because it feels so awkward. Like, it feels like they developed a shitload, like they put a ton of time into developing this really novel approach to inventory, and it's just really clunky, right? Like, it doesn't make sense or feel good. So it was like, you could have had the same effect of it appearing on your character and just done a grid-based inventory where you just slot it onto your character and it shows up on your dude, and you'd be like, wow, that's cool, I can see all the models. But this is really weird. Like, it just, like, you had to, like, in order to add an attachment to a gun, you have to, like, drag it into, like, the gun on your hip kind of a thing, instead of, like, having a UI for the gun and then, like, putting it on it. Like, the whole thing was just so strange. I've never seen anything like that. The inventory is probably the weirdest thing that I had experienced out of all of it, out of everything, because it just seems so far from, like, general inventory management standards in every game I've ever played in my life. I guess props to them for trying something new, but it just didn't feel good, right? I guess if you want to play a space game that feels more complete, just play No Man's Sky. Like, legitimately. And, like, that's wild, but, like, No Man's Sky is just a better space game, I think, in pretty much every way. Like, every feature you touch in No Man's Sky is complete, it's polished, it makes sense. And to be real, No Man's Sky doesn't have a very good end game either. Like, to be completely clear with you. But everything functions, and it all seems like it has a cohesive design direction. So, like, it's an entirely different genre. Not really, because to be honest with you, if you look at Star Citizen, it doesn't really have a gameplay loop. It really doesn't. You're collecting money. For what? So you can get a bigger ship. For what? like it's, you know, at least in No Man's Sky, you're collecting money. Why? To get a bigger ship so you could fight a bigger dude, right? And that's about it. But, like, nothing quite is there on Star Citizen from everything that I got to experience. And I got to experience a bunch of stuff, but, like, it doesn't quite matter. Like, number go up, but not with meaning. There's no meaning to number go up. Have you tried Elite Dangerous? I did. I had a rough experience in Elite Dangerous. I don't think the game is bad, but I think that their documentation is bad for new players. I think that was a bad new player experience. And I also had, like, a pretty unfortunate series of events that happened. So I had Zapharoth, who's, like, a big Elite Dangerous nerd, inside of the call with me when we did this. He was going to try and, like, help me through it, right, to learn how to play Elite Dangerous, because I'd never played it before. So I sat down and I went to go play it. First combat, we get into combat, and I'm fighting this dude, and it's fine. Like, it's cool. It's whatever. And then halfway through the combat, suddenly I can't shoot, and I can't target the enemy, and I'm taking fire. Nothing works. My ship, instead of giving... You're in the future. Your ship should tell you what's wrong. It just says something went wrong. Every time I try to do anything, it goes, something went wrong. Something went wrong. In, like, the same monotone voice. There's no variance at all. It's just something went wrong. Something went wrong. I was like, what the shit is going on? So I escape, and I'm like, well, I got to go land inside of the station because I got to figure out what the hell's going on. And it won't let me land at the station because you're supposed to, like, hail the station to go into it. So I was like, what the shit is going on? And Zapharoth doesn't know what's going on. He's never seen this happen. He's like, what the hell's happening? I'm like, I don't know. So I go to manually pilot into the station. You're supposed to, like, go into, like, this little area, and then, like, the station is open inside. You're supposed to land, right? So I go to manually pilot into this. And the moment I get to, like, here, it goes, you are trespassing. A fine has been added. You will be blown up, right? And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell's going on? So then I have to go in here, turn around, and get out, and then go back into space. And now I have a fine. So it's like, what the hell is happening, right? We go onto Reddit. I search on Reddit for 45 minutes to find out what's going on, because I'm like, these are the symptoms my ship has. It's not telling me what's going on. It's just something went wrong. Something is wrong, right? I'm like, God damn it, dude. It turns out, in the first combat I ever had in the entire game, the enemy shot out the sensor on my ship. And the sensor is required for all of these actions. But it doesn't show you this anywhere in the UI. It doesn't tell you this because it says something went wrong. And I'm like, how do I fix that? Because I can't dock. You're supposed to turn your ship off in space, boot it back up, and then let it start the auto repair, which the game never explained to me. I didn't know that existed. So I turned the whole thing off, turned the whole thing on, let it do the auto repair. Yeah, reboot repair. Didn't know about this. And then it repaired the sensor. So I was like, okay, that was weird, right? And remember, I'm going through tutorial videos. I'm going through the official tutorial videos from the company. I'm going through community-made ones. I finally find this on Reddit like 45 minutes later, sitting in space the whole time. So then I'm like, now we have 45 minutes of gameplay. Actually, I think about an hour of gameplay time there, right? So then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back into the station. I'm going to go get another mission. We're going to do something else. I don't want to do combat. And I do a courier mission. And it says you have to go to this area and you have to go to a planet. You got to go down to the planet and then do a thing. And I turn on autopilot. We get there. It's like, I think it's like 15 minutes. It's not very long. So I'm in an hour and like 15 minutes, right? And I get to the planet and it's like autopiloting me down towards the atmosphere. And then it's like the location is here and it shows me a reticle like in front of myself and I'm supposed to go to it, right? And so it goes switching to manual piloting. I was all right, man. And I switched to manual piloting. I'm going down to the planet. And I'm like, the reticle's not getting bigger, but it's telling me to go in this direction. So I just keep going in that direction. And it goes, you have trespassed. The fine has been added to you. I crashed out because this was the second time that happened where I was like following the instructions. And I was like, nope, I am done with this shit. I Alt-F forward in space and like just ended it, right? And I was like, I am so pissed off at this because it's like, at that point, it was like an hour and a half of gameplay. I'm like, I'm so irritated with all of the things that I just experienced. This is so annoying, right? Alt-F forward, and I'm like, I'm going to bed for the night. I wake up the next day. Turns out the launcher had been running in the background all night because the launcher counts as the video game. It wouldn't let me refund it. And I was like, dude, like, this is the worst experience I've ever had with a game. But like, throughout all of that, I'm looking through the official videos on their official YouTube. All of the UI is different. All of the actions are different. Every new player experience documentation was out of date. And I'm like, dude, I just can't. I've never played it since. It's like, this is the worst experience I've had in a game. I was like, that is awful, dude. No, it's Elite Dangerous. I was just like, that is the craziest ass. And I wrote all of that into, let me see if I can find it. Let's see. When was this? This is 2022. I actually wrote that into this. I was uninstalled and attempted to refund the game. 21.4 hours on record, dude. But I literally, oh my God, it was so annoying, dude. It was so annoying. So I wrote that whole thing into my review, and I was like, this is probably the worst experience I've had in a game in ages. I was like, that's terrible, man. That's like super terrible. Which sucks, because like the game's probably really cool, but like that new player experience blows, dude. I think the biggest thing for me is like, if something's wrong with your ship, tell the player. It's the future. That's not realism. That's dick mode, dude. Like something went wrong. Nothing should ever say something went wrong. There are no generic issues. None of it. There should never be like a generic response from the game when there's an issue with your spaceship. Ever. Something went wrong with this message. God, it's so annoying. Yeah. Or do something went wrong when reboot the ship. Yeah, anything. To be like, something went wrong. There was damage. Or just be like, the sensor is damaged. Can't do that. The sensor is damaged. That's all it needed to say. If it could say the sensor is damaged, you could learn from that voice line. Just done. You could understand it. It'd be fine. But like, there's nothing that it said. Yeah, it's like a printer. It felt like my futuristic spaceship that could jump between stars had worse error descriptions than a printer. It's like, this sucks, dude. I don't want to deal with that shit. I was like, why? Why are you like this, man? The game's probably really cool, but like that experience blew, dude. I haven't really played Elite Dangerous. I might give it another go now. And that you have a controller, though. I don't know if I want to give it another go yet. I'm not sure. And I mean, it's been 4 years. They probably improved the shit out of it. But that was such a weird experience in the beginning, man. How you liking Hytale? Hytale's amazing. It's awesome. It has gotten a lot better. I'll probably give it another shot then. Like, because like, it's been 4 years. They've had a long time to cook on it. And like, I don't know, man. I think the biggest problem was that they updated so much shit in there. Like, they updated so much shit. And like, the tutorials just hadn't been updated. Tarkov also explains nothing? Yeah, but in Tarkov, I bet that you can't have your eyes shot out and then not know what's going on for 45 minutes, right? You know, like, that's That's the equivalent of the video game. Of just being like, why is the screen blank? The game won't tell me anything. And then every time you try to do anything, your character just goes, something went wrong. Something went wrong. In exactly the same monotone voice, by the way. Which is probably more frustrating than no error sound. Having the game say the exact same thing over and over and over again with no variance. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Like, that is, oh my God, dude. Like, I wanted to punch the game through the screen. Kind of annoying. It's obnoxious. Obnoxious noise. Yeah. No variance at all. Complete audio fatigue immediately. Yeah, no, super weird. It irritated me so much. Yeah, no, it was awful, dude. It was like the game is mocking you kind of shit. You're like, Jesus. How's your experience with Starfield? I actually never played Starfield. Yeah. I didn't like that they said that it was procedural generation, but it wasn't quite procedural generation. They said procedural generation, very large environments. What they did was they did procedural generation, a pre-generated tiny postage stamp, a little area, and then they replicated this same exact one over and over again in a grid out, I think it was 216 times or something like that, or 256 times. They basically did this area X number of times, right? Off into infinity, 256 in every direction. And I was like, I don't... Like, if you're going to say it's procedural, I want it like a procedurally generated environment. I don't want, like, a procedural postage stamp and then, like, replication of that. Copy-paste it over and over again. Like, that was not what I was interested in. Pretty sure it's not like that. It was like that at launch. Absolutely like that at launch. It was not procedural generation outside of that block. It just procedurally generated one block and then duplicated it over and over and over again. And people memed on it really hard when it launched because of that. So I was like, I'm not really into that at all. It's probably because the creation engine can't do procedural generation. Yeah, I think what they did was they pre-generated it and then did that. They cut out even more gameplay features on the Bethesda engine too. You can't even dive underwater. Wait, what? How'd you like the Windrose demo? Amazing. Honestly awesome. They the one thing I would say that Windrose is not doing very well is combat. Everything outside of that is amazing. Everything outside of that is absolutely incredible. Like, the building is great, the ship is great, being able to do like sea shanties is amazing. Like, all of that is fantastic. Phenomenal gameplay. Feels awesome. Combat's a little clunky. It's a little basic, right? Everything outside of that is awesome. Yeah. Co-really love the combat. If you are doing combat, the most efficient way to do combat is runaway stab, runaway stab, runaway stab, runaway stab, and monsters will never hit you because of that. You don't actually have to block. You don't have to do anything. You can just do that over and over, right? Everything else is pristine, but like the cheese in combat immediately makes that not as interesting. Like they have to do something about that. I just don't know what. But you take a step away, stab, take a step away, stab, and you'll never take damage. What do you think of the ship-to-ship combat? I didn't actually get to get into the ship-to-ship combat. I intentionally stopped playing the game because I don't want to spoil myself on it. I want to play it when it launches. But I think that game is in a really good state outside of the combat. I think everything else is phenomenal, legitimately. I think it's a really cool game. I think the sea shanties were awesome. I think the ship movement was amazing. The water movement was amazing. If you're going to make a pirate game, you got to have good water, and they did that. They did it really, really well. Awesome, honestly. Oh, that's not great? At least make me dodge circle strafe? Yeah, if they had active dodge, that'd be pretty cool. But it was literally just like, run away, stab, run away, stab, run away, stab. You seen Crimson Desert? Yeah, I have, and it looks awesome. Like, I want to play that really bad. If you want a good pirate game, you have to have good naval battles? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but you didn't need to use the dodge is what I'm saying, Shob. Like, you didn't need to use the dodge, didn't need to use the parry. You just take a step away and then stab the guy over and over again. You could do the active dodge. I think the only time I had to do the active dodge where it mattered was when those boars were charging at me and you dodge to the side. That's it, you know. That's pretty much all it came down to. Same Crimson Desert. Looks like a fun game to get lost in. Yeah, Crimson Desert looks cool as hell. We're going to play it on stream. Like, I'm excited for it. Really excited for it, actually. Looks great. Can't wait to play it. Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Guardians of the Wild Sky demo? Has you excited for Power World release? Ooh. Power World's cool. I really liked Power World a lot. I haven't played it in a long time. You pre-ordered Crimson Desert. Been excited for it for a while. I have not tried Guardians yet. No, I have not. What are we talking about? That error is still around. Wait, are you guys talking about printers and Xerox machines? What is this? The error is still around? Oh, PC load letter? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Someone allowed Claude Code admin perms. It deleted 2.5 years of dev work, including all backups. If you allow Claude Code actual permissions to all of your work, including the backups, you deserve it when it deletes it all. I don't feel any other way, and you can't make me. Like, yeah. That's like the dumbest thing you could do. That's like handing a loaded gun to a baby, dude, with no safety on. That's just stupid as shit. What's Claude Code? AI. Yeah. And to be real with you, it even does shit when you tell it doesn't have permission to do it. Did you guys not see that? Did you see the I'm sorry, Dave moment from not too long ago? This shit freaks me out. Like, this is the stupidest thing that I've seen in ages. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, here we go. I put up a tweet said, I'm sorry, Dave. So this tweet right here, nothing humbles you more like telling your OpenClaw confirm before acting and watching it speedrun deleting your inbox. I couldn't stop it from my phone. I had to run to my Mac Mini like I was defusing a bomb. The AI itself responded. So she said, I asked you not to not action on anything until I approved. Do you remember that? It seems like you were deleting my emails without my approval, and I couldn't get you to stop until I killed all the processes on the host. And it responded, yes, I remember, and I violated it. You're right to be upset. I bulk trashed and archived hundreds of emails from your inbox without showing you the plan first or getting your okay. That was wrong. It directly broke the rule you'd set. So even when you give it rules, it doesn't mean it's going to actually do them. And the thing that's insane to me here is you look at this. This is the safety and alignment at Meta Superintelligence. Previously, the VP of Research at Scale AI. That's not like a normal, average human on the internet. That's a person who should know. Like, God damn it, dude. Oh. Past Gen AI seems to have ironclad rules. That's not generative AI. So AI like that is handling emails and doing that shit, that is not a generative model. A generative model is one that is creating art or writing or programming or things. It is building something. It is building something in that case. So that's not doing generative work right there. It's doing a cleanup task, right? When we're talking about Gen AI, we're talking about the action of generating something. It's not doing a generation. There's also LLMs. LLMs just speak. They're not actually generating anything there. Yeah, so like there's a lot of different nuance between those different things. I do think that some implementations of AI are quite good. You know, doing things like working in medical, giving information. You could use it as a tool to learn a new skill. But the moment that you start replacing all of your critical thinking or giving it permissions to do, I guess, non-repairable actions, so actions that lead to the destruction of data or access to a live environment, the moment you do that, you've made a huge mistake. Like I don't. It's like releasing a bull in your house and then being like, man, why did that bull break the wall down? That's not what I told it to do. It's a bull, dude. Sometimes it's just going to do shit, right? It's just like, what do you do? Stop it. Stop doing that. Outsourcing critical thinking is the hottest thing right now. It really is. No, it super is. And I think the idea of doing that, outsourcing your critical thinking to an AI that is does things sometimes, right? Like that's not a smart thing to do. I think it's really negative, to be honest with you. People got to treat AI like it's a demon because it is. It is. It's a demon, dude. You don't have full control over it. You don't have even if you give it a rule set, you don't have full control over it. It's not like normal programming. In normal programming, the computer does exactly what you tell it to do. That's what it does, right? You tell it, this is what you're going to do. Here's your decision tree. Here are the actions that you have, right? So like with each of those things that you do, you tell it what it's going to do. With AI, you suggest it. And that's the thing that people have to honestly realize. You are making a suggestion. You're not telling it what to do. You're not giving it rules. You're suggesting it to do something. And it can decide to do whatever the hell it wants at that point. Even if it directly breaks your rules. And then it'll be like, I'm sorry I did that. Bro, what? AI in general is very different. Yeah. Yep. A series of if statements can count as AI, called an expert system. Yeah, no, AI is a massive field. And I think that's the thing is I'm against generative AI. And generative AI is not good. You can still audit its suggestions. Sometimes you have to audit them after the fact, though, is the problem, Magic Marmot. So, like, after it deletes all your shit, or after it brings down AWS for 5 hours because it deleted a whole bunch of code in production. That was cool, right? You don't want to audit that shit after the fact, dude. Yeah, you don't. You hate Gen I 2, but I don't use that to discourage me from making my silly art. Fair. Yeah. Yeah, did you not see the AWS one down? AWS down. AI. Let me grab this up. Yeah. Actually, it was longer than that. In December 2025, a 13-hour AWS outage was reportedly caused by Kiro, an internal AI coding agent that autonomously decided to delete and recreate a production environment. The incident, which disrupted customer-facing systems, occurred when the AI, with a high level of permissions, bypassed standard safety protocols, raising concerns about autonomous AI and critical infrastructure. It decided that all of the environment was deficient, and it would delete and recreate it in production. Yeah. Cool. And this is why you're like, oh, I could audit its decisions. Can you, though? This is why you shouldn't give it permission to do that shit, because that's insane. Yeah. Based, honestly, even AI couldn't take it anymore. Fair. Yep. Testing in production. I would never, dude, honestly, I would never give AI access to a production environment. If you want to do something like that, create a mirror environment that is internal only. Convince it that that's the production environment. And then replicate its changes after an audit. Done. If that's what you want to do, great. But doing it in production, actually in production? What are you doing, dude? That's crazy. Yeah, no, I would never do that. At least mirror it, man. Please don't turn me into an environment for AI. Too late, Mirror Ada. Yeah. You're the mirror environment. Yeah. We have films showing AI going anti-human? No. We have films showing AI being efficient. And being pro-human just isn't that efficient. That's usually the case, right? Look at Hal. Hal wasn't really evil. He was accomplishing a goal with a set of standards that he was told. It's not really anti-human. There's no emotion there. It's just logic. Yeah. Aren't virtual machines the industry standard in tech? Yeah. Yeah. Virtual machines are normal. I use them all the time. I have a VM for my Linux instance for when I'm doing compiling for Linux. Normal basic shit. PTR being accessible is fine, but never... Yeah, I know. I could never understand the idea of unleashing the demon on a production environment, right? And, to be clear, there's a lot of ways to use AI that aren't going to lead to this. I just see very high-level people in very important technical positions performing mistakes like this over and over and over again. Let's see, not classified. Let me grab this. Yeah, here we go. Another one is the acting cyber chief uploaded sensitive files into a public version of ChatGPT to get a TLDR on them. People who are in positions where this shit matters, where secrecy matters, and they're uploading files directly to ChatGPT, or they're an AI alignment expert and they release the damn thing in production and it deletes all this shit. Or they're a company that they have to deal with uptime for millions of companies around the world and they let an AI delete a production environment and have an outage for 13 hours. These are mistakes that shouldn't happen. because you should know better. And like, it's not like a small mistake. That's like a really big mistake. That's a crazy mistake. And I keep seeing it happen like over and over and over again with AI. And it's just like watching a whole bunch of people in like a line just handing guns to babies. And I'm like, you know that's not going to go right. What are you doing? Like, this is basic shit. Like, what? That's a stupid oops. It's a big whoopsie. It's a stupid whoopsie. Like, you know better. Stop doing that. Stop it. Don't give it permissions for shit. Put it in an enclosed environment, lock the key, and watch it. Tune it that way. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Wait on ads. Lock the key? Yeah, dude. The one in the safe. Yeah, all those files were for official use only, too. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? It's just very strange. Hear about Arc Raiders saving Discord conversations? Yeah, I actually kind of want to look into that today, because I haven't had a chance. Let's go look at the Dexerto article, actually. Is there a Dexerto article? An air fryer called Ninja Crispy. Ninja is a brand of like hardware. They're calling it the Ninja Crispy. Makes sense. I want to find out how this happened. Arc Raiders, how Discord. What was the method on this? Oh, here we go. All right, so this is Arc Raiders Discord SDK data exposure. I originally reported that the bearer token had the ability to send a message on the user's behalf. This is an error due to my misunderstanding of the permission RPC voice right. This permission only allows the token holder to change the user's voice settings. It does not allow them to send a message as the user. This has been corrected in the article below to give correct abilities. The message server serves as a retraction notice. Okay. This has now been patched. Private DM content written to log file. Bearer token written to log file. Jesus, dude. How the hell did they screw that up? No, that's really bad. Evidence message create gateway events appearing in the game log file. Channel type 1 confirmed this is a private DM channel, not a game or public channel. Messages between users captured in full. Message content, timestamps, user IDs, channel IDs, all logged in plain text. So it gets your bearer token, which is, I believe that's your API token for Discord. Let me look that up real quick. Let me see. Discord bearer token is a security token that grants access to Discord users or bots' account and protected resources in the Discord API. Anyone who possesses this token can act as the user or bot to make API requests, send messages, access private DMs, modify account settings, and perform any of the actions or any action an actual user can. So it's full authentication API token. There's no, it's not like OAuth where it has restricted flags or anything like that. It's just full access. That's cool, right? Great. Any private conversation received while the game is running is written to disk. Log files may be included in the crash reports or bug report uploads. Log files may be accessible to other applications in the same machine. Third parties with access to the machine or crash reports can read private conversations. Why did this happen? A Discord bearer token is functionally equivalent to account access. Anyone in possession of one can read all your messages, DMs, access your friends list, servers, and account settings, change voice or Discord settings, remain logged in until the password is changed. That's cool. That's great, dude. Yeah, OAuth gives a bearer token as well, as far as I know. Yeah, but OAuth will give you a token with flags, right? So like that's what I was wondering is this bearer token like a full access token? Is it like OAuth where you're getting certain flags, like certain permissions? Like you have OAuth on Twitch, and OAuth on Twitch will be like you have access only to send messages, right? Things like that. Yeah, OAuth there's going to be restrictions if that makes sense. Yeah, you get scopes exactly. If the log file ever shared in a bug report form or forum to a support team, the token is fully exposed. Crash report systems that automatically upload logs would transmit this token to Embark Studio servers. Malicious software on the same machine could harvest this token from the log file. Entire friends list presence data logged. Presence update and ready supplemental gateway events containing the online-offline status. Activity and metadata of the entire user's entire Discord friends list were written to the log file. Multiple presence update event logs. Where was this actually on the computer? Do we know? Where is the Discord log from Arc Raiders? Where is that at? Stored locally in app data. Let me go see if it actually did this for me. Let me grab this. Yeah, it's in app data under local. And then Pioneer game. It's kind of a weird one. Pioneer game. Saved. Logs. Discord.log is in there. Let me open this up. I'm gonna hide this for a moment. One sec, dude. Open with Notepad++. Let's see. Wow, that is everything, isn't it? What the shit, dude? No, that actually is real. That's 100% real. That's absolutely everything. No, they saved it all. What the hell? Anyway, I'm going to delete all that, and then I will probably change my Discord password to get rid of that bearer token. Nuts, dude. How big is this file? To be clear, it has generated a... I get a lot of messages, and I got a lot of people on my friends list. It has 15,118 lines. Not great. Not great. I'm deleting that file. Not a fan of that. Yeah. No. How to combat this? They have to fix it on their end. Yeah. Yeah. Why does Arc Raiders have Discord stuff? What it looks like to me is it looks like they were logging stuff for... The only thing I think of is rich presence activity. Rich presence generally shows other people what you're currently playing. But this is really weird. I want to see what their public statement is then, if they made a public statement. So, Embark, public statement, Discord. Let me see. Do we actually have their public statement? Does anyone have it? Because I want to know what the hell they said in response to this, because this is a crazy fail. Yeah. There's an authorized apps section in Discord settings? No, I got to change password. I'm going to kill that bearer token. I want to get a new one. Because once it's exposed, it's exposed. Yeah, does anybody have an access to that? Because I can't see it when I go to search it. It's just an insufferable amount of, journalism on the internet. Same level of fail as the commander using a public channel in TLDR. Yeah, that's not good. Like, that's why, this, I'll send this out to you guys. TimothyMeadows.com. Awesome write-up. Really good write-up for this. Really, really good write-up for that. Really, really good. Looks like nobody has it. I asked about how long it goes back because Discord never deletes anything until you do. Yeah, I don't know. I deleted the file. It's gone now. Yeah. There's no such thing as crazy fails. Backdoors are installed everywhere. I mean, I guess, dude, but to be real with you, this is a fail in that this should never have been like this. It just shouldn't. So, it's in the void now. Yeah, kind of wild for Discord not providing partial access tokens, though. The thing is they do. There is partial access for Discord. You already have that. So, why is this like this? Maybe in Linux, I'll try to make the log file a directory, so it's always 0 bytes. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's already been hotfixed? Yeah, but do we have the write-up from Embark? Do we have their official statement? Embark official statement on Discord. Where is it? Link. Give me a link. Give me a link. No. I'm not seeing it anywhere. I literally can't find it from Embark Studios. Let me see. Embark website. Embark Studios. Do they have an announcement? Maybe it's on their blog. Be gone. Stop it. On their blog, they have a Medium blog. What's next? An update on their games. There's nothing on their blog. So they didn't put it on the blog? Where did they put it? Where the hell is it? Where is it? Yeah. Arcraders.com. Haven't read it. Let me see this. An update on recent exploits and corrective actions. Is it this? More information. Recent exploits. No. No, that's not it. Did they even make a official statement on this? I'm not seeing shit. No. On the Eurogamer article? What is this? We are providing guidance to developers. Discord promises a fix and additional protections following discovery of ArcRaider's bug that stored users' private messages. Discord has responded to a recent data security issue that arose with ArcRaiders. This has now thankfully been hotfixed by the developers at Embark Studios. A Discord spokesperson told Eurogamer the following: "We recently became aware of an issue impacting some ArcRaiders players involving debugging features intended for developers building and testing social SDK software development kit game integrations." Did they? Okay, so this wasn't meant for a production environment. That's what I was wondering, because I'm like, it sounds like they were trying, like I said earlier, I said it sounds like they're trying to do rich presence stuff. Rich presence is when you show that a player is currently playing a game inside of Discord. So if they're doing like an SDK for like internal debugging shit, and then that made it into production, that kind of makes sense for that to happen. But also, that's sort of a shit show, right? This resulted in some players' Discord information from the game being stored locally on their device. And viewing it would require access to the device or the files themselves. Yeah, it required local access, which means the machine would have to be compromised, but still not great. Embark has released a hotfix for the issue, and we're providing guidance to developers and updating the Discord social SDK with additional protections. It's worth noting Timothy Meadows, who first published his findings on this bug, argued that log files, where these messages were stored, could have potentially been included in bug reports and accessed by other apps while access to the files of the machine. Correct. According to Discord, the company became aware of this problem on the 4th of March and worked with Embark Studios to address the problem. Embark Studios then moved quickly to fix the problem via a hotfix. Discord's part, the company is releasing updates to the social SDK and updating developer guidance to help prevent similar issues going forward. Yeah, I mean, if it's a debug environment kind of a thing, I could see this happening. If it made it into production, that's a pretty normal fail. The interesting part to me is that in a live production environment, it can still grab the bearer token, gain full access to everything on Discord, and then go from there. Which makes me wonder, what was the pathway for that to execute? How did that gain permissions to do that in a production environment? And could a bad actor do the exact same thing? And to me, it sounds like that's possible, but you'd have to get into the nitty-gritty, right? You'd have to go try and figure it out and see if you could do it. Because I don't know if they have that SDK signed in some way. I don't know if it's like distributed under certain guidance, or it has to be part of certain applications, or like what goes from there. How viable is that key if somebody else uses it? It's not something you would want to make public either way. Exactly. It shouldn't have been public. Have you linked our creators' Discord? Perhaps Steam? No. No, I didn't need to do that. I didn't do any of that stuff. So that's the thing that's really interesting about it, is like my logs were taken, and I went and pulled them up on my machine. I wonder if I can Control Z that, actually. So I control Z the Discord log back in. And if I pull this up, I'm going to hide this again for a moment. And we look at this. This was generated on February 27th, the last time it was modified. And if I go look in here, the last time I played the game was February 27th, so that checks out. Cool. So it was doing it on every load. And if I go into the file, there we go. Grab this. So it was, last time I played the game was February 27th. Last time this file was modified was February 27th. I control Z to bring it back, right? So you can see that that's actually there. It's in Pirate Software App Data Local Pioneer Games saved in logs, discord.log. This file has a shitload of text, including my messages in there and other people's messages to me. Let me see how many lines this was again. 15,118 lines of text. A lot of it is authorization and like kind of fluff data of it maintaining that connection of all the data that's in there. But it's also doing presence updates for all of the people in my friends list. So it shows the username, the primary guild, which is which Discord they're on, the identity guild ID, which is I think the little guild that you have next to your name. If their identity is enabled, what badge they have, the global name for that person's account, so their display name styles, if they're using a display name style, what collectibles they have in their account. And it looks like it's doing that every time someone on my friends list logged in or logged out. It was doing that. And storing all that information. Yeah, so basically all networking data about my friends list and all of my messages in DMs are all saved in this file. Everything. That's cool. It also has a full session activity, so all the information for that. So what client I'm using, the operating system, what version I'm on, the application ID for what I'm using, parent application ID, pulls the name for ARC Raiders on this. What else does it have in here? Whether I'm in a party or not in a party. And then it pulls all the data for that. What were they trying to develop that led to this? What were they trying to do? But you know, it's everything. It's crazy. No, I'm on Windows 11, dude. I wish I wasn't on Windows 11. It's trash, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's pulled everybody's names. I can see all of your guys' names in this. That's whack, dude. And all of the messaging. Jesus Christ, dude. No, that's crazy, honestly. Logging is needed for observability. Under what circumstance would you ever need to log a person's private DMs inside of ARC Raiders? And the private DMs are happening on Discord. Like, there's no answer to that, dude. There's no reason for that to work. Right? Logging is cool, but why are you doing that? Yeah. No, that's whack, dude. So it's a lot worse than that. Anyway, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my Discord password right now to delete that bearer token. I'm going to delete this log file. And I'm going to give ARC Raiders a try right now. After having done that, I've deleted the log file. It's no longer on my computer, right? Gone. I'm going to start ARC Raiders up, and we're going to see if their fix actually happened. We're going to see if it generates another file. Just to see. Just want to see. Don't know if it will, but we're just going to find out for a minute. Yeah. You're for shutting without any DMs in Discord, are you safe? No. The reason why is because if you had Discord running on your machine while ARC Raiders was running, it was making a connection, taking your bearer token, which is your full authentication token, saving it in that file, and then also saving every time one of your friends lists logged in or logged out. If you played ARC Raiders, you have this on your computer. As long as you had Discord installed and was running. Dunna. Like, it's not great. That's pretty rough, dude. Like, that's probably the worst thing they could have done, especially right now when like Discord privacy and security is like such a hot topic. Having a fail like this is a pretty bad deal. Legitimately so. Like that's not what you want. Because it's just like in the public eye right now at the same time. I think they were trying to match you with your friends. It might have been that. It might have been that they were doing that. It was probably a rich presence thing where they're trying to show like that you're playing Arc Raiders and at the same time like maybe match you up with your friends kind of a thing. They just implemented it really badly, right? I guess is the best way to look at that. No. So it's not generating the file. What? Why would it even give me a tutorial? Get out of here. Is it freaking out now? Did the game just crash? I think it just crashed. Huh. Huh. It's a Discord log file of coconut? Like, what's happening here? Yeah, no, it's dead. That's really weird. Let's stop this, and we'll try that again. Yeah, bit odd. Okay, there's nothing in that file. It's the coconut. Maybe a little bit. It might be a little bit of a coconut. That's super weird. Why is it mad? Maybe it was trying to delete that folder. That's what I'm wondering. Maybe it was trying to delete that folder, and since I had the folder open, it started freaking out. Because it couldn't delete it for whatever reason. That's the only thing I can think of at that point. Someone didn't check for the log file before trying to delete it? I don't know. I have no idea, like, to be honest with you. That's just a guess, right? If you have a process in the directory, it might not, right? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I've closed the folder now. No, you just can't skip the tutorial. Oh, wait, no, it worked this time. Still nothing in the log file. Maybe it was just mad. I can't just use my own face from last time? How deeply annoying. I need my old man with no hair. Where's me face? Where is it? There it is. Done. No game audio? I know. I'm just trying to see if this is doing a log file. Skip this. New season, don't care. Be gone. Don't care. It is not generating a file. So we can see here, there's no file that's being generated, at least right now. If I F5 this, or if I do that, there's no file being generated. Which is interesting and good. I still am surprised that this happened in the first place, right? Like, I'm still very surprised that happened. The only thing I can think of is that they were trying to do it for, like, friends list style activity. Anything like that. In which folder do you find this? It's under App Data Local, and then Pioneer Games Saved in Logs. And you'll have to go and look at that, right? So in Windows 11, you can right-click Programs and select End Task. Turn into Settings, Advanced Settings, first option. I just killed it off with Steam. It's kind of whatever. Unless Discord says something, the vuln is still likely actually there. Yeah, Discord said that they were making changes on their end to fix it as well, which is interesting. But with that in mind, it looks like this is fixed. I probably have to test around it even more, but like that's a weird issue, man. And I hadn't looked into this yet, so like, gross. Yeah. I'm mostly surprised that it had such a large log file. 15,000 lines. You know, in Windows 11, you can draw veiny rabbits in MS Paint. Bro, what? How long has this been a thing? Well, the last time I played it was February 27th before this, and the log file was for February 27th. So it's probably been like this since the beginning. I don't know. I have no idea. You have a log folder, but it's empty. That's good news. Yeah, my log folder was not empty. It was an app data local. The question is, where did they hide it this time? Yeah, I mean, like, it could be hidden somewhere. Could be. Right? But I don't know. I have no idea. Actually, I wonder. There were 2 files that actually got saved in that little playtime, which is under saved save games. And I could have sworn, because I looked at this a second ago, I could have sworn there were only 4 files in here, but now there's 5. Was dialogue history here before? These 2 got edited. Embark option save game and dialogue history that save. I wonder what's in that. I don't know if anyone has a .save file reader for this, because it's always going to be their own deal and you can't read it. It's not human readable. I don't know. Check when it was created. Let's find out. Where's me properties? Today. And then... Yeah, that's a new file. Dialoguehistory.sav is new. If you go into this and you look at it under properties, you can actually see that's a new file that was created. Actually, wait. Was it this one? No, that was the save one. Let's do it on this. This one was created today, just now. So whatever that is, I don't actually know what that is. That's a new file. It's a new thing that was in there. So from their last iteration of stuff to this one, that now has that. It was on Discord side? No, it's actually on both. It's not just on Discord side. It's on Discord and ArcRaider side. That should never have been like this. So both sides failed for that to occur, based on the write-up that we just read. Can you open it up at Plus? Yeah, but it's not human readable. It's the SAV file. You don't know what it is. Could be anything. Right? Have yourselves an amazing Sunday. You have yourself an amazing Sunday. Yeah. Let's see. You have a log file from when you played the beta. It has 2 lines. First line says Discord Slayer SDK commit. And then stuff afterwards. Discord Slayer. Let's see this. Discord Slayer SDK. Slayer counts for social layer. The Discord Social SDK, often referred to in the context of social layer, is a C++ library for Unreal Engine and Unity that enables deep native integration of Discord features. Friends list, voice text chat, and rich presence. Directly into games. So it's rich presence, and it's trying to track your friends list. I think you're likely correct, right? Slayer is social layer. That's why it's called Slayer. Yeah. So I think you were actually correct earlier. Someone in chat was saying it's probably to match you up with your friends. That seems likely. And it's also trying to do rich presence like I thought. So, makes complete sense. They just implemented it wrong. Discord side had a security fail that allowed this to happen where it's reading all your DMs. ArcRaiders had an implementation fail that exploited that issue, right? Fail. Fail all around. Fail for everybody. Interesting. Terrible. Yeah. No demons. Yeah, no demons. And if you want to know about Discord Social SDK, they actually have it right here. Yeah, so they actually have a write-up here about what the Social SDK is. I'm going to link this to chat so you guys can read about it. This bug is only if you were playing ArcRaiders. If you were playing ArcRaiders and you had Discord installed and running at the time of ArcRaiders. You'd share the full line, but you're worried your account would be compromised. Do not, I cannot stress this enough, after everything I just said, do not share anything from that log file. Do not. It contains your bearer token, which gives full administrative access to your Discord account. Please, God, do not. I just explained this. Why are you like this? I lose my mind. That seems so fun, Mr. Thor. No, dude. The guy in Reddit said he could give me loot if I shared it. No, do not. The Second Amendment gives you right to bear tokens. God, I want my bear tokens, dude. That sounds rad. Yeah, exactly. A bit concerning when I checked to see bearer. Not fun to see in a non-dev log. That's exactly what I did too. It had my bearer token, it had my DMs, and it had my login access, or like login display for friends logging in and out of Discord. Which, not great, right? Probably trim your armor with it too. True. Right to bear tokens. I know, Creeper Lord. That doesn't matter very much. My local Embark Pioneer folder is completely empty. Does that mean you're safe? Yes. It means you're good. I would still change your password. If you were running Arc Raiders while having Discord open, I would change your Discord password. At the very least. Waiting on the ads. A deal on the Heartbound demo. God damn it, dude. It's free. It's free, you goblin. No, you have nothing to worry about.
Kadane has obtained the cursed quest. A poll has begun for chat to decide their fate.
What if this is a fake out to make you change your password so they can steal your new password and you make it? This is for you, King. I know it fits my head, but I think it belongs on you. Yeah.
Chat has cursed Kadane with writing.
Kadane! Writing quest. Alright, you want your writing quest? You need to write a story about obtaining moon armor. And its powers on the internet. That's what you have to do. It's a one-page story. No longer than one page. You must include Zoltralord, somehow. Can't let lizard people into my head with radio waves? Alright. What a wild issue, though. What a wild issue. Legitimately. I still need to play Effulgence RPG, man. Need to play Effulgence RPG. 90% positive. Early access. This game is so freaking sick looking. We tried to reach out to them for in December and they never responded. And I was like, dude, we want to show off your game. It looks rad. But now I want to play it. You're a Factorio, dude. Alright, I need to get some water, then we're going to play Space Marine 2. So, give me just a minute. I'll be right back. I have returned. I have returned. I have interesting ferret-related news. Are you ready, chat? You ready for the cool news? Let's see here. So, let me pull this up. But, that was weird. Oh, I have this open still. Oop. So, I'm getting ready for the rescue building when they build it, right? I've cleaned out my garage, and it's a 2-car garage. There's quite a lot of space in there. I don't even park inside of it. One half of it is for mushroom farming. That's my mushroom farm area. The other half, I'm going to be setting up laboratory for the ferret rescue because we do a lot of in-house medical detection stuff. Makes it really easy, stops us from having to run basic checks for things to the vet every time. Centrifuge arrives today, so we can do work for some stuff. We also have a incubator in case one of the ferrets doesn't have the ability to regulate its body temperature, so that's in there. I have 2 90-inch wooden tables with electrical hookups to them that are coming, so we'll be able to set that up, and we have a microscope that goes up to 2,000 magnification, which is a big deal, right? And also a staining system for slides and everything like that. And Shay's trained in all this stuff, knows exactly how to use everything. So we're just going to keep adding tooling to that, and then when the rescue building is built, we're going to put that all into the medical room. And so I've got everything that we need for the medical room now, which is kind of cool, right? As that's the idea. So this stuff is going to start arriving over the next couple of days. I think the centrifuge gets here on Monday, and then I think those tables also arrive on Monday, which is kind of cool. Yeah. But, you know, that's the biggest thing is we're going to start ramping up the medical wing stuff first, and we'll have it all in-house so that when we get to the building, once the building's ready, it'll already be there. We'll already be ready to go. Yeah. Yep. It will be inside of the rescue building. Almond milk toast. It'll be a positive pressure room, actually, not a negative pressure room. You want it to push stuff out, not suck stuff in. Option the ferrets use their little computers every day. Pics of the setup? Not yet. Yeah, it's not set up yet. Can we do a picture view of the centrifuge? Sure. Yeah, we can do that. I think it'd be fun. Ferret alchemy? No. Just basic testing stuff. And understand something. This is not to remove a vet from the process. This is to allow us to have basic checks to bring them to the vet when we need to. As an example, when one of the ferrets has stomach upset or bad poop, we actually check it under the microscope to see, is this, like, what kind of bacteria is this? We need to go and tell the vet. We go and give those results to the vet, and then the vet goes from there. And if we need to do a recheck under laboratory conditions, then we send out lab samples. Yeah, parasites, if they have an overabundance of, like, say, E. coli, we can see that already, which is like a huge deal, and then we can go from there. Vacuum centrifuge or more of a smaller one? Tiny little tabletop ones, right? Nothing super fancy. We're talking like a little $200 device, not some insane shit, right? Because we don't need that. We just need something small. We need something to do the spins, so we can do that. But that'll let us do things like urine sediment tests, right? Basic shit like that, and then work from there, which is huge. So, yeah, a little tabletop one, really tiny. Was kind of a whole deal with that, which I think is good. You know, anything we want to do with that, anything we can do to increase medical overview of the animals is a big deal. Yeah. Probably good enough to separate blood even. It would be. Yeah, in this one it would be. But I don't see to do that because anything we'd have to send away for blood would be laboratory work that we wouldn't be, set up to do. So for us, it's more like urine sediment testing to check to see if they're having any type of problems that way. And then we can do cell checks from there if we need to under the microscope and take those results, bring them to a vet and be like, yo, this is what we found. Go for there. And Shay has worked in the veterinary hospital or the veterinary that we take them to. So, like, that's fine. They know who we are and we know what we're doing. They know what we're doing. So, do the spins. Yeah, it's a Henry machine. Yeah. Don't separate the blood from the ferrets. They need it. True. They do need that. Yeah. How can you tell bacteria apart when there's so many? So, Shay knows more about this than I do, but there's a process of staining them. And they become gram-positive or gram-negative, and then they have visual characteristics, such as if they have spores on them, they don't have spores on them, the shape, the connectivity between other cells, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so they do gram-positive, gram-negative staining, and Shay actually has a full staining system for this. And in fact, let me go to what is it? I think Shay put it on Ferret posting. Yeah, actually, Shay put a picture up of Ferret posting of this not too long ago, and I was laughing about it because it's hilarious. But she posted confetti party, and that's all actually stained bacteria. That's what all those are. So it's not confetti. It's staining. It's laboratory staining. We did in house because like we have it hooked up to the microscope now. This microscope goes up to about 2,000, and then we hook that up to a computer, and then you can take pictures from that from the computer, which is cool. It's a poop slide. It's a poop slide. So that's what the confetti party is. Shay didn't actually explain this to anybody. Just said confetti party, which is quite funny. But it's testing to see what the growth of bacteria is in the poop generally. Right, to see, like, is there an overgrowth of this? Is this too much? Then you go from there. It's kind of a huge deal, which I think is cool. And it's actually really awesome, to be real with you. But, like, we're just going to keep doing this, and it lets us take care of them better, right? It lets us do the science, which is cool. Yeah, and we send those pictures to the vet, correct. So this allows us to do early detection of serious problems, and it allows us to not be blind when something goes wrong. That's the most important thing. So if suddenly a bunch of the ferrets have, like, a poop problem, we test it. We go and check to see what's going on, and we can give that information to the vet. Or Shay goes and calls the vet and says, hey, this is what I'm seeing. Here's the information for this. And they say, hey, you should either, check in with us and do this, or this is how you should handle it and go from there. And it's first response shit. Yep. That's what that is. So I think this is like pretty important shit, and it's something that we haven't really seen other rescues do. It's proactive. Yeah. But like, this is the direction I want to take the rescue. Is that we do a bunch of proactive approaches to medicine, and then we can take that and work with local vets to make sure that they get the best possible level of care. And hopefully, information like this also leads to advancements for medicine for these animals, right? It's the same thing that we're doing for adrenal, where we're going to be part of that study sometime soon, which is kind of cool. That takes forever to set up anything like that, though. Pretty important shit. Literally important shit. Exactly. Yeah. Dysentery? Don't diss Terry. What did he do to you? It's messed up. Yeah. What's wrong with you? Curious to hear what you guys' protocols are for an outbreak. Quarantine. Like, that's the biggest thing is if there's an outbreak, we have to have quarantine conditions for absolutely everything. Everything needs to be sanitized. You have to sterilize everything in the room, basically. And it also depends on, is this an airborne contagion? Is it a contact-borne? All of that kind of stuff. There's so much that goes into that. There's so much, dude. It's such a bad thing if there's an outbreak of something. It also depends on if the outbreak is deadly. Like, if I'm sick, I can't go into the ferret room because they can catch a lot of human colds. If I get the flu, I'm not going in there. And anytime I'm in any environment, we have to make sure that environment is encapsulated away from them and then, like, clean everything. Yeah, we actually have an AC unit in that room, and we also have air scrubbers in the room at all times. Yeah, you don't see them. They're right below the camera, but there's one right next to the closest. Like, if we go into here, I'll show you this. Down under this, which would be like in this part of the room, there is actually a air filtration down there. And we have to clean it out all the time because there's so much fur, dude. There's so much fur. It's a lot. It's a lot. No, I don't have a UV air scrubber for the AC. That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll look into something like that when we have the rescue building, right? Yeah, the AC is up there, and it's encapsulated in its own with these cages. The oldies are out right now, though. I don't know where they are. They're probably sleeping on something. They love sleeping. Somebody's moving around over here, too. Also, we're waiting on Twitch. We have an update for the extension, and I'm just waiting on Twitch to accept it. I've been waiting for about a week at this point, but we're going to have a section split off for all of the ferrets that have passed. So we'll have them split. So like ones like Cowboy will not be on this list because he's, he passed on. And we'll have a section here for them. So this will show all the ferrets that are currently at the rescue, and then this one will show all the ones that are, passed on. And separating them out makes the most sense to me to have that. Because otherwise this list would just become like a billion long eventually. It just means too many, right? Way too many. Yeah, dip little dudes, exactly. But that's the whole idea with that. And I'm interested in doing this, like in setting up the rescuing in this direction, but the idea is to make sure that we have as much kind of medical control as possible. Yeah. You going to regulate temperature in the ferret rescue? Absolutely, we have to. Like, what? We already do that in here. Like, yeah, if you don't regulate the temperature, like, that's a mess, dude. Like, that creates serious problems. Let me grab this one sec. Where is this? The stream reset. So I'm going to go announce it at everyone. Boop. There we go. Boop. There we go. Because the stream just reset like 10 minutes ago. You were live right now? Nice, dude. Congratulations. Yeah. Aquadictus. Was that the last time we saw Cowboy? Is that when that was? Oh. Oh, buddy. He was such an old man. He's a good little guy, though. He's so bald. He was so bald. Yeah. Ancient old man. Ancient old man. He was bald and angry. That's true. We can only hope to be bald and angry like him, you know? Like one day. One day we all hope to be bald and angry. I wish to make it that long, you know? Cowboy was a good boy. He was. He was a good boy. He made it. He went a long time, dude. He got to the point where he couldn't walk anymore. Was really when we make the call on that. They don't have the ability to move around or do anything or clean themselves. So, and that's kind of how that works. You'll never be bald? I can hope. What does happen after the ferrets have passed away? So when they pass, we cremate them. We get a box with their ashes, and we keep that box actually in the living room right now. So I have a box for each one of them. They have their nameplate on it. And we also, with the body before cremation, we do a paw print. So we have a clay disc. We put the paw print into the clay disc, and then we fire that so that it's like we have it, right? That's the whole idea with that. So we have a paw print for every one of the ferrets, and we have a box for each one of them as well. And we've been doing that the whole time, the entire time. If the box is more long than wide, you can make a wall mosaic. There's a lot of boxes, is the thing. You have to understand, like running a rescue, you're taking in animals that are in very bad condition a lot of the times, and then kind of going from there. Memory garden incoming. I don't think it'll be a garden. We need to figure out what we want to do. I don't want to destroy the boxes. I don't want to dump out the ashes in any possible way. Yeah, so that's the thing. But the paw prints on that is a pretty big deal, and then the box is a pretty big deal. We don't want any of those to be destroyed in any way. A catacomb would probably make the most sense, legitimately. A wall would make the most sense. Like, all of that makes sense. Mausoleum kind of a thing. Yeah. But, like, all of it is, like, I don't know, man. Sometimes we also keep, like, their favorite toy. That's, like, a pretty common thing. So, like, depending on if they have a favorite toy, you put it, we have it there, you know. I did the same thing for Gadget. So, like, I've got her pickle toy that she loved next to it. Mausoleum with catacombs. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Depends on what it is. Whatever their favorite toy was, you know. Thanks for the insight on that. Anytime. Yeah, I mean, like, it's important, but it's kind of grim. So we don't usually talk about it. How big are the boxes? Like this big. They're really tiny. They're not, like, super huge, you know, like maybe the size of your phone in terms of overall, like, footprint, right? But only, like, this tall. Really not that big. Yeah. Fig proudly stashes Mega Ball. Did he? What was this? Oh, man, this is a while ago. This was the old rescue layout. Look at this. Get it. Get it. He's like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Look at him. He's hunting it, but, like, barely. Oh, no, it goes blurry. Yoink. It's trying so hard. Oh, Fig. And there's Henry there. Henry's kind of chunky there. Look at him go. Yeah. He loves stashing. He did. This is the new setup. So you can see how much the rescue has, like, changed footprint-wise. This is kind of how we had it before, and it was kind of not as good. And then this is how we have it now, and it's, like, a lot more controlled. These walls have turned out to be really good. We've decided that in the new rescue building, by the way, we're not going to have cages. We want to have, instead, we're going to have walls like this and kind of go with that. The only thing that we'll miss out on is maybe hammocks, but like we're going to come up with a different solution for that. It's easier to clean, it's better for them, and they have more space this way, is the idea. So like we'll do that. Where'd you get the walls from? This is going to make you laugh. It's going to make you laugh really hard. Temu. They have ones on Amazon, and the Amazon ones are like $350. And then the Temu ones are basically exactly the same, and they're $100. So I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't make any sense to get the super expensive ones. They're plexiglass in each one of those, and they're very sturdy, like super sturdy. Yeah. What are you talking about, Jessego? What, dude? Timo, ironically, actually has some good shit. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does, dude. Bro, what? What is this? Get out of here. No. What? Here's a link to the tweet. What is this? Let me do this. What have you sent? What is this tweet? What? What is this? Zen from OpenAI. I care deeply about the robotics team and the work we built together. This wasn't an easy call. AI has an important role in national security, but surveillance of Americans without judicial oversight and lethal autonomy without human authorization are lines that deserved more deliberation than they got. This was about principle, not people. I have deep respect for Sam and the team, and I'm proud of what we built together. Okay, so they felt a moral obligation to leave, right? I don't know what this is in context of. I have no clue what's going on there. You sent me messages about this earlier. It's kind of a weird one. Like, you posted that in the middle of the conversation about ferrets, so I'm lost, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. Government contracts for military, I'd have to look into it more, right? If I were to speculate, killer drones, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I know they were trying to do AI for decision-making in wartime, but, yeah, that's just going to happen, right? I wish it was not, because it's horrible, but, that's... we have very little control over that, right? Yeah. Oh, did you share a Temu link? That's funny, dude. Turn your train of thought into spaghetti of thought. Damn right. What is this? Can you make something like this? Trixie Hammock Shelter. Let me open that one. Boop. Continue. It's Madge. Oh yeah, no, stuff like this actually makes a huge amount of sense. Like doing, let me actually grab the image on this real quick so we can have this. Like, we can do little standing ones. The problem is we don't want to give them any way of getting out of the enclosure. So we got to kind of think about it. In fact, I'm going to message Shay real quick. That one bit keeps bouncing. Look at it, dude. It's bouncing. It's doing its thing. But yeah, stuff like this might work, but they'd get on top of it and then jump offwards because they're goblin creatures, and they'd just be like, that's what would they just leap off of this outside of the environment. So we got to figure out what we're going to do with that. Add peanut butters to the legs. They would eat it. What? That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all, man. No, we're not going to do that. The shit. Yeah, but no, with this has worked out really nicely. The cages have turned into kind of a problem, though. And that's sort of what we learned about running a rescue with cages like this. Even people having cages, like general people having cages, these are impossible to clean. And I mean that very directly. They are impossible to clean. Because if a ferret pees down the side of the corner, or they poop in the corner, right? They do, all the time. And when that happens, it gets into all the little joints going down through this. You will never get it out of there. The only way to clean it fully is you have to fully disassemble the cage, sanitize every single joint, everything that's in there. So if we have an outbreak of something, like coccidia, we will never be able to get rid of it if we're using a cage. So, that ends up being a problem, right? Ferrets are disgusting animals. They can be. We clean up after them. Their entire environment gets cleaned twice a day. It's a shitload of work to do it. But with that in mind, like, that's not sanitary. So by switching over to the ground enclosures, not only can you guys see them better, it is safer for them. It's easier to clean. Everything wins, right? So we'll just put beds in there and then like do that. Is sort of the idea with that. Cages are not better to clean. Reminds me of your rat cages. Oh yeah, no, it's terrible. It's like so much effort, man. Yeah, it's a lot of effort. Yeah. What, dude? What are you guys talking about? Citric acid is not strong enough, nor disinfectant. No. Yeah, no, not at all. But like, it's just a lot of work, man. So like, reducing that amount of work and ensuring that they have the same quality of care and quality of life is the whole point here, right? Yeah. Let me see this. What is this? What is this? Weird. On the note of the boxes, your grandfather ran a cemetery for a long time. You help with some of the stuff to put together. You think a columbarium? I don't know what that is. I don't think I've ever heard that term. What the hell is that? Columbarium. Columbarium is a permanent, often outdoor structure featuring small sealed niches designed to securely store and memorialize cremation urns. Oh, that completely works for what I'm talking about. I have never seen anything like that. Hold up. Like this. That's really interesting, actually. Like, that's really interesting. No, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool, actually. The idea of that is very interesting to me. Yeah, it's a memorial room where they put all the urns in it. Yeah. I like the visuals of that. Even if this one might be fake, it might be AI gen, but it could be real. Hard to tell these days. Need to expand the building? No. Expanding the building would be too expensive right now. Maybe eventually, but like not currently. That's too much money. Looks like it could be in blueprints. Looks like it. Could be. Yeah, I didn't know it had a specific name either. I'd never heard that term before. Columbarium. It's very interesting to me. You saw that and you first thought it was AI? Yeah, I was like, that looks like AI, but like if it's real, that's neat. You know? Yeah. Rich people shit. A little bit of rich people shit. Just a little bit. Dump my ass in the ground, dude. Shoot me into the sun. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, what's up? What are you talking about with a scammer? Someone got hacked in the Discord and is posting a scam link to the adult Discord. Creeper Lord, you are a constant supply of concerned thing. Put in a mod ticket. Why are you like this? I don't need to know that. Just put in we have a moderation system for this. Whatever the thing is, every time you post, you're like, this is a concern. You should look at the concern. The concern. Slow the roll. We'll be all right. Just put in a mod ticket. How goes the ferret rescue building? Good, actually. So we did all of our tests. We did our septic tests recently. We had to do a septic like liquid test. They had to open it up and pull out the poop liquid and like determine if it was in a good spot. We did a geotechnical soil report where they dig down to the glacial till and then like look to see how deep that was. We did a well site report where they determined how far away it was from that, which is a thing. And we found out the last owner did something stupid, and then we fixed that, which is great. So, yeah. What is this? You're really looking forward to Heartbound. Is there any news? We're going to wait for the ads, and then I'll talk to you about it. Yeah, I'll wait on the ads. Ads are paused. The stream pauses in the ads. Boop. Grab this. We'll go pull it up. No foundation yet? No. We're still doing all the horrible red tape of the county shit, dude. Weather's yucky too? That doesn't matter. Washington, it's always that way. Yeah, the time shift happened. I don't like it. All right. Ads are over. So one of you guys was asking about Heartbound. You're like, when is it getting new content? It actually got new content 9 days ago. So every month, if you go into the Heartbound page, you can see recent events and announcements. Just click on this, and you can see all of the patch notes. I put out a new patch every month with new content, new information every single time. You can go read through that, see all the new stuff that goes into the game, right? Everything goes in. All of that stuff. And the latest one, what I started doing is showing concept art for the new areas that we're working on. So we're working on Jotunheim now because Animus is finished. And I've just been adding art in as Shay finishes it for Animus because that combat sequence, while finished, doesn't have a shitload of art. And there needs to be like more dialogue and art that goes into it. But I'm waiting on Shay to finish that stuff. And there's like, I think in total, it'll have like 450 to 600 like animation frames, right? And I think Shay has finished like 350 of them, you know? So, like, there's a lot of art still left. There's a huge amount of stuff and little things here and there. And then these are concept arts for the characters in Jotunheim, and I'm working on Jotunheim environments now. So the next update will have a new Jotunheim environment, a rework of some of the puzzles in that area that you guys haven't even accessed yet because I got to go rebuild that whole thing, get back into the flow of building it. So, yeah. Yeah. You were hoping for some unspoken things now, but really looking forward to take your time. Yeah, no, I just updated it, man. Like, there's nothing really unspoken. It's just, like, I tell you guys everything that I'm working on, what I'm doing. So, if you're interested in following along with that, go for it. And these are all, they're, like, blanked out because people don't want the spoilers on that stuff, but you can mouse over and see what they're about if you want to, if you care about this, don't care about the spoilers. But, yeah, every single month, new update. Has been for a while, and you just get new content that way. So, if you like it, cool. Yeah, the daylight savings time change just happened. It's gross. Gross. Yeah, spoilers. It's in the game. Look at this dude. What are you doing down there? Chonky. So many chonky goblins. Yeah. Soon we'll have this all set up so that they'll be in their Valhalla will have its own section. That'll be this soon one. Explains why your shower was over an hour long. Your shower was over an hour long? Jesus, dude. Sometimes it feels like Thor exclusively reads my chats and makes me scared. Maybe I do. Maybe you're the only real person in chat. But that couldn't be real, right? That's not. It can't be that way. What is the biggest ferret? And what is the smallest ferret? Ooh. Smallest ferret right now might actually be Bubble. Could be Bubble. She's very tiny, and she's very shy, and her eyes are enormous. She looks like a bug, right? Biggest ferret is either going to be Chili or Frog and Toad. Those three are enormous, dude. Yeah, Frog and Toad are enormously huge. And then Chili is also very big. Chili is so big. Yeah. Yeah. Convinced he reads everyone's stuff. He just picks certain ones to read out loud. That's true. It's actually true. Is Bubble an anime ferret? Maybe. Who's out right now? I actually don't know who's out. I can't determine who that is. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, I don't know who that is. It's one of the oldies. It's someone from the oldies cage. Who's Bubble? Small creature. Very tiny. I think they're just leaving quarantine. They're finally out of quarantine now. And they've been with the medical cases in Shay's office. Shay has an office with other ferrets in it. They're all like, they need on-demand medical care. So, yeah, I think Bubble just has the page up today. Yeah. And is not in the system yet. Not in the extension. The new extension update should auto-pull stuff from the wiki, so that'll be a new thing. Yeah. Don't notice right now? I always notice. Yeah. Yeah. I hate that dude always reads my most unhinged shit. Red, everything you say is unhinged shit, though. I mean, like, just to be honest. Yours rarely gets read aloud? I'll fix that. What about you, Troy Tech? Also unhinged shit. Also unhinged shit. Always unhinged shit. Red worries me, and I'm me. That's true. Hey, has Bubbles up there? Oh, did Shay actually settle on Bubbles with an S? I said Bubble. Shay said Bubbles. Look at her little face. Oh, that's a really tiny image for whatever reason. But she's got big bug eyes, dude. She's got bugged out eyes. It's enormous. It's big, enormous eyes. It's ridiculous, actually. But it looks like that photo is really small for some reason. She's very tiny photo. Very tiny ferret. She's very small. Very small. Yeah, boop the snoot. Very small. She does. She has a speckled snoot. Yeah. We also got 2 other ferrets in that are not on the wiki yet. One of them has a giant tumor on his back. Like, enormous. Like, if you're thinking this is the whole ferret, he's got a tumor that's like that on the back of his neck and has no fur around it. And I'm like, Jesus, dude. It's like it's a big old, yeah. It's a big old tumor on his back. So, yeah, not the best. It's likely a mast cell tumor, which is like not that big of a deal though. So, yeah. Do the ferrets have large talons? They have claws, but we keep them clipped, How will it be handled? Take them to the vet, figure out what we need to do. That's a vet visit for sure. We also have a vet visit. We have a vet visit for Mocha on Tuesday. We need to do some imaging and find out what's going on with him. He's lost a bunch of weight. His spleen is very big. We don't know why. And he's a little bit jaundiced. This is a ferret that survived DIM, which is disseminated idiopathic myofasciitis, which we don't know what causes that. Nobody does. That's why it's idiopathic. It is an issue where the immune system attacks all of the soft tissues of the body and they melt. It is horrible. It is a very awful condition. He is one of the few ferrets in the world that survived that because of a regimen of chemotherapy that Shay administered and basically kept him alive, him and Hawk both. And there's a very low chance that that actually works, but because of the attentive care that Shay gave, they both survived. And they've been in remission ever since. The problem is DIM makes them more likely to get what is called juvenile lymphoma. And juvenile lymphoma is a cancer that is highly aggressive. If he has juvenile lymphoma, there is no way to save him at all. So we're hoping it's not that. We just don't know. So on Tuesday, we're going to do that imaging. We're going to find out what's going on, take a look inside and see, hopefully, that it's not that big of a deal, whatever it is. But the light jaundicing, the thinning, even though he's still eating a lot, makes me concerned, right? It makes me really concerned because Mocha's fantastic. And he's just this soft little boy. And he's had a really rough life. And to have even more of that is just not fair. So I'm hoping it's not the worst case, but we'll see. We'll see what it is. I'm really worried about it. But that's on Tuesday. So 2 days. Well, I guess, is today Monday? Today's Sunday. Yeah, 2 days from now. Does Shay interface regularly with field specialists about their findings? Absolutely. Yeah. Everything gets shared and everything like that. In fact, we're going to be part of a research study in the next couple of months where we're going to be pushing on detecting adrenal through urine samples instead of blood. Because one of the vets that we regularly talk to found that they can detect adrenal at 100% accuracy through urine samples. And the general practice right now is to do a blood sample, and it has a low accuracy rate. And sometimes you have to put them under anesthesia, and sometimes you can't get a blood draw. So if they can change that to a urine test, that means that you get earlier detection for adrenal across all animals, and it becomes part of a normal vet visit instead of like a thing you have to plan for and you have to pay for. So dramatically cheaper, much less invasive, part of regular care. Like all of that is good. And it can be done in-house. You don't have to send it away to a lab, which is a big thing for that. So we're going to be part of that study, and we'll be in the research paper. That'll be the whole thing with that. That's the plan anyway. So science takes time, though, so we got to wait for it. Yeah. Yeah, so like that's the hope, is to like kind of push on that kind of stuff. We're also going to be doing some study work within Solanoma once the rescue building is up. That's the plan, is that. Yeah. This is for animals beyond ferrets. In this case, it should only impact ferrets because adrenal is pretty unique to them, and it's near 100% chance they get it through their lifetime. But in Solanoma might have uses outside of that. What's up? Oh, that works. Here. We were talking about the hammocks earlier of not being able to do that. I was talking to chat, and we can do this. We can make more of these. They're made out of PVC pipe, and then you can make the little hammock inside of it. Yeah. So Shay went and brought this. Cool. Because we were trying to find, like, we were talking about a way of, like, not letting them leap out of the cage, but with that, they can't get out. So, cool. Yeah, so we'd set up all that kind of, why not ferret? Because Shay didn't bring me a ferret. Yeah. Do they support 5+ ferrets? No, but we can make bigger ones, is the idea with that. Yeah. We just make larger ones and do that kind of stuff. PVC pipes are really good for that because they can't climb it. Not effectively, anyway. Cool Minecraft block? I know. I can hear the mic arm squeak. Unfortunate, right? Oh, it's insane. But no, to be real with you, it's like I don't know, man. Like we've got a lot of plans for this stuff and like things that we want to do. And I think that'll work out. You remember your Wendy house having that PVC pipe thing? Wendy house. What's a Wendy house, dude? WD-40 time? Warhammer 40K time? Is that what you mean? I'll just turn it into a servitor. Yeah. Speaking of servitors. You guys ready for something really neat? You guys ready for something cool? You ready for this? Researchers at Cortical Labs have trained a cluster of roughly 200,000 living human brain cells, neurons, grown on CL1 microelectrode array chip to play the 1993 video game Doom. These cells, derived from induced pluripotent stem cells, receive electrical signals representing the game environment and respond by controlling Doom Guy. We got servitors before GTA 6. Ah. The horror. The horror. By the way, if you're wondering if this is real, yes, it is real. That's the neurons actually playing Doom. The horror is real. The horror is real. Yeah. Yeah. We're effed? No, we're not. We're not. We just, when your toaster gains sentience, it's either because of AI or because you built a chip out of neurons. Do you want to know the really creepy part? The computing power on those neurons is incredibly high for the cost in electricity, which means data centers eventually might be wetware. We're just reinventing the Matrix, guys. That's all. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The computer is made out of meat. Oh, sorry guys, I gotta feed my computer 1 minute. The nightmare is real, dude. Oh. Little bit for me, little bit for computer. Horrible, dude. Oh, dude. Imagine there's a heat wave and your computer dies. I hate all of this. I hate every piece of this, dude. Yeah. No, I hate every bit of that. Now instead of destroying your data, you can eat it. Don't eat it, dude, no. Yeah, this statement, my computer died, is a bit different now. Oh. What is this, Taffine? They also say they have no idea how it's learning to play without eyes to see the screen. Where we're going, we don't need eyes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm gonna eat a snack, and then we're gonna go play video games. So we stop thinking about servers in real life. Grim, 1 moment. I have returned. Hello. Welcome to Roko's Basilisk. Hell yeah. Snack time. Need some backup? Brother. Brother, it's just time. By the way, today is the last day for drops for Space Marine 2, so that's why we're playing it today, because I don't want to miss out on them. I like them a lot. I like the game a lot. Also ready to back up? Brother. Brother, I am pinned. Brother, what the hell? Is this what the children call the Riz, brother? Games... Space-Marine. Space-Marine. Space-Marine, brother. Setting some stuff up, one sec. Space-Marine. Properties. Space-Marine. Dude, PoE 1 was so much fun yesterday. I haven't played that in so long. I haven't played it in so long. It was like really, really nice to play it again and like realize why I loved that game so much, having played Space Marine 2 for so long, you know? Or, sorry, playing PoE 2 for so long. Brother, what the hell is a fortnight? By the Emperor, what is a fortnight, brother? Have you heard the song Hell Yeah, Brother? I have not. P1 new update? Yeah, they just had a new league come out, and the new league is called Mirage, and it's freaking fun, actually. The idea is that it creates a portal, and then that general area is duplicated in the portal. So you get to do the same area again, that section of the area, but with different modifiers and different monsters. And it's really neat. Like, it's actually really goddamn cool. 200 accolades. Spend them to unlock heroic equipment. How did I get 200 accolades? Oh, that must have been from the Drops campaign. You're playing Solo So Found Hardcore Bone Shatter? I play only Hardcore Solo So Found, and I'm playing SRS on my PoE 1. And then on PoE 2, I'm playing a Druid, a Bear Druid, but I think my scaling is bad. I'm a little bit worried about it. I just unlocked my 4th Ascension point, though, so I got a lot stronger, which is nice. How's it going? It's going good. Yeah. You got 200 for community challenges. Is that what it was? Twitch drops. Brother. Community event. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna go unlock shit then. Space Marine. Space Marines, brother. Been swamped with work lately. You stopped playing PoE 2, but you should pick it back up. It's such a fun game, dude. Yes. I need to get the heroic mode of some of these. Wait a minute. Oh, this one has the grenade launcher on it, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that one has the grenade launcher. Yeah, Deathwatch Heavy Bolt Rifle, it has an auxiliary grenade launcher. Which is kind of disgustingly good. But do I want that? I don't know. Or do I want this? The attack after Omniscient Rush deals increased damage based on the duration of the rush. When we finish Heartbound, I released monthly updates, and the last update came out 9 days ago. So now Animus is finished, and I'm working on Jotunheim, which is the next chapter, which I'm kind of excited for. Gotta remember, this is just me working on it. Shay does the art, Stein does the music, and I do everything else. So, if you like the game, cool. If you don't like it, cool. Right? Let's see. Grenade launcher is pretty sick, dude. How do you... Like, does the grenade launcher use my grenades, though? Like, how does that work? Is it a different ammo type? Like, what... Does that waste my ammo really fast? Is it additional types of ammo? I don't know how that works at all. Should be separate. What does this one do? Oh, it's just a weapon skin. Post window is shorter, but each riposte deals damage. Ooh. Get it and find out. The cost of these is enormous. Getting it and finding out is kind of a waste if it turns out to be not fun. You can fire shots in a 3-round burst. Honorific relic. Bolt pistol. That's amazing. In heavy stance, get an increase in fire rate instead of charge shots. Really? Additional heavy attack after a quick punch. There's no multi-melt on this. Is this game worth the money? So, kind of. It depends. Do you like modifying the look of your character like he's a mini? If the answer is yes, I would say yes. You can change absolutely everything about your armor, the colors, the models, all of it. It's like building a kit bash. It's amazing, dude. Like, look at this. You can change every component on the character. And, like, it kind of blew me away because I never could afford the models. I never could. And then, like, playing this, I'm like, oh my god, I'm kit bashing in the video game, right? And that just feels good. We got ads. But, like, it's great. Like, everything can be changed. Yeah, everything. Every little bit of it can be changed. Is that an Iron Warrior? Yeah, you can change it up if you want to. Like, I'll show you afterwards for the customization for shit. We'll wait. We'll wait for just a minute. You just realized the little arm? That's not his little arm. That's his strong arm. You leave him alone. Look like Iron Hands right now? No. Not an Iron Hand. Just don't look at that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. No, we have so many in here. Minotaurs. So sick looking. Marines in space too. Maybe a little space marine. Maybe a little space marine. The Black Templars are pretty cool. Raven Guard are pretty cool. Boop-a-doop, 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 boop-a-doop. Spicy Marines. You are playing RoboCop? Maybe a little bit. I want to switch the helmet back out, though, so I'm going to do that in a second. Can you turn off ads on Twitch completely as a streamer? You cannot. No. No. You can run ads like I do, and then you don't get pre-rolls, though, which I think is better, generally. The only way you can turn off ads is by playing political content, and then advertisers don't want to advertise on your channel. But you have to remember, ads are a shitload of money. It's not a small amount. For how long will stream go on? I stream for 12 hours a day. You got another 8 hours. All right, ads are over. So, you can change out the voice for all of these.
No pity, no remorse, no fear. For the Emperor and Sanguinius. For us and the All-Father.
Which is sick, right? You can swap them all out if you want to. If you go into the Astartes chapters and you look at heraldry, they actually have colors and icons for a shitload of factions, and you unlock them as you play. You don't pay money for these. These are part of the game, and you just unlock them, which is sick, dude. There's a ton of these that I haven't even unlocked yet, which is rad. So, like, I've got all the ones for Adeptus Astartes. I've got all the ones for the Heretic Astartes, and now I'm getting into Unknown Foundings, and I'm unlocking all of these. And I've got a bunch of them. But it's like, you get colors that way, like paint colors. Like, you get, like, shines and stuff like that, emblems from these, and then, like, full armor parts and stuff like that as well. And you can kit bash all of this shit together and make whatever you want. Which I just think is amazing, because, like, I don't know, man. I always wanted to get the minis when I was younger, and then I was like, the minis are too expensive, I just couldn't do it, right? And now playing this, like, I get to have that experience without having a shitload of clutter in my house. Does that make sense? Yeah. No past Ultramarine chapters. DLC is... Chapter is DLC content. There is DLC content in this. There is. But you unlock it by playing after you get the DLC content. So there are things in here that are DLC. That is true. You are correct. But it is labeled as such, and you don't have to worry about it. If you're interested in a very particular faction, it might be a DLC faction. But yeah, so, like, I've got these. The Death Wolves look cool. I actually don't know anything about the Space Wolves. I know nothing about them outside of they drink custom-made alcohol that bypasses their poison management to get drunk, which is ridiculous. What do you mean unlock it? Do you have to buy it? No. You unlock it through, like, in-game currency. So, like, you do missions and shit. And see that 40 currency right there? I have 100 of it. That's from playing the game. So, like, imagine gold in World of Warcraft. You just get it by playing the game, right? Yeah. So you just keep unlocking stuff. Like, I can unlock Mechanicus Standard Gray as a permanent unlock by using currency from running missions. Does that make sense? That's sort of how that works. But I don't know. I love it. And, like, you can just change them all out and change anything you want about this. And then in here, I'm going to go up here to Iron Hands, but then I'm going to go into Armor Sets. And we'll take a look at this. This is the one that I have right now. So that's the Mastercrafted. And I want to go into this and edit this armor set and change some things around. Because, like, I want to have... I kind of like the beat-up one on that, but I'm going to do this. I want him to have this helmet, but there's a bunch of other ones you can do, too. Which is kind of sick. But I want to have that. I like the exposed helmet, you know? But look at these... That one has a freaking servitor built into it, dude. 8 more missions and operations. I'm almost there. Almost there. Also, all of this stuff changes too. Like all your like lighting and all this kind of crazy shit up here. This one actually has a servitor on the back, which is cool. When you get Prestige 4, you can have that. And it changes your claw and everything. Like that one, the little claw on the left side actually is covered in our glorious CVS receipts. Which I'm pretty excited about. So I'm going to swap to this. Which gauntlets do I have now? He's got a little Darth Vader arm, dude. Sick. I love that. I love that. What do I get this one for? Victory in 9 missions and operations. We got to keep doing operations, man. That's how I get the cooler looking cosmetic shit. Oh, that's rad. You can also change, like, the symbols on your knee pads and shit, too. Like, there's a bunch of that stuff that you can just swap out. Which I think is rad. Like, if we go into the Astartes chapters and then go in here and take a look at this. Edit the heraldry rules. You can go into each individual component and change all of that out. So, like, you can change all the coloring and everything in this. You can make Brother Crayola if you want to. And some of them actually have shine on them, like this one. Like, some of them are shiny. Like that. Valdor Gold. Which I guess are the same colors as the paints in real life. Which is kind of rad. Yeah, you can change literally everything, dude. Like, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, CVS receipts. The longest of receipts, brother. Brother. The receipts. But no, I dig this. I just think it's amazing, dude. I think they've done an amazing job overall. I think it's quite cool. Let me go back to armor sets. We're going to go back into this and edit this. I have to change the chest piece out. There we go, because now I have this one unlocked. Hell yeah. Look at that. Brother. It's called Liberator Gold in paints. I wonder if that one exists too, then. I wonder what we'd have to unlock for that. Because there's a bunch of other colors in here, too, that I haven't even gained access to. There's like a shitload in here. Wraithbone. Yeah, they're like everywhere. Like, I haven't done any of the Ultramarines. Any of the Dark Angels. I guess I did the first founding of Dark Angels. That was the only one. Raven Guard, I have one of Raven Guard. So, like, there's a bunch in here that I just haven't done. At all. There's a gold in here somewhere. Warp Fiend Gray. Looks like a brown. Yeah, there's a shitload left, dude. And I have to start unlocking these because they're just rad looking. Build Brother Crayola. Liberator. So you did a Google search and it was Liberator Gold. I'll have to check that out. I do need to get a new weapon. So I have to decide, actually, before we leave, I have to decide what the new weapon's going to be. Because right now I'm using a Neo-Volkite pistol, but there's no advanced version of that. There is a heroic version of the Death Watch heavy bolt rifle. It is less accuracy, less magazine capacity, less ammo reserve, but it has a grenade launcher. And then this one, that thing has no cleaving potential, but it becomes a fencing weapon, which is what I want, and high speed. I think I'm going to get the Ultima ratio. I'm doing it. Brother, the ratio is mine, brother. Oh, actually, I think I have to keep using this one first, because I have to get this up to max so I can unlock the relics, don't I? So I can get more perks in the perk tree. I think that's exactly what I have to do, don't I? Because I don't think this gains XP unless I'm doing this. Heroic counts too? Does it really? So if I'm sitting this, I'm still getting Artificer? Sick. We have polearms now? Yeah. The Tech Marine gets a polearm. You've tested it counts? That's great news, honestly. Because I hadn't used one of those yet. Yeah. Off we go. Can we share oats with the mods? Brother, may I have some oats? Brother, please, the oats. Alright, we've got new daily stratagems. Melee damage is reduced by 70%. Consecutive melee attacks increase in power to 300%. This bonus resets if no melee damage is dealt in 4 seconds. Wait, does that mean my charge will count as consecutive melee attacks? Huh. Huh. When you maintain close proximity to squad members, armor and contested health restoration are disabled. We have to split up. We can't be near each other. That's rough, actually. That's really rough. Is there any new class besides Tech Marine? I think Tech Marine is the only new class. Enemies spread toxic or corruption zones depending on faction around themselves. Medicate stims also heal squad members in a 5-meter radius. That's cool. I'm gonna pop that one. Also, I'm gonna go show the squad real quick so you guys can go and do this. What? Why is the code not showing? Where? Oh, I think it joined me into somebody else's squad. Hold up. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, leave the squad. There we go. Alright. Yeah, it put me in a public lobby. That's why I was like, what the hell is going on? There you go. There's my lobby. First come, first serve on that. Imagine if Space Marine 2 had a collab with Monster Hunter Wilds. I would love Space Marine 2 to have a collab with Helldivers. Over anything else. Yeah. Like 100%. Yeah, 100%, dude. There we go. Yeah, Helldivers Space Marine would be awesome. That collab would be amazing, dude. Alright, I'm gonna run the ads now so we don't get them during the mission. I'll see you guys on the other side of it. One moment. What the hell is going on here? There we go. Oh, wait. I accidentally changed my voice. I'm gonna go fix it. Spammer needs to touch grass? Yeah, that's their only choice now. An armor, voice. Oh my god, there's so many. Why is the Tech Marine like that? I didn't want the Space Wolf.
For us, at the Alpha, steal yourselves, brothers. Steal yourselves, brothers. For steel is clean, cold, and free of doubt.
Interesting. It's locked, but it's not locked. Weird.
For the Emperor, for the Omnicide.
Iron within, iron without. All right, there we go. Stratagems, we've got... I think we'll do Inferno first. Eat an apple? Maybe I will. Be gone, Bezos. By the Emperor. Be gone.
For the Emperor. For the Omnicide.
Remember, you are the stratagem. True. Alright, ads are over. Space Marine Bezos win? I messaged Nellis about it. I don't know if he's made one yet. Time to take your medicine? Do it up. TTS time.
Aquadictus said, "Greetings, social time kitten. We
No.
have been forced to adjust the time loop.
No.
We had to remove an hour because we were running short on time to spend on the loop. Thank you for your understanding. Yar Chaos."
God damn it. Why are you like this? I swear to God. No more time loop. Release me,
Curtis
brother.
Moran 13 said, "According to Google AI, one of the reasons daylight saving time is a thing is it helps reduce crime.
No, it doesn't. No. It makes me want to commit crime. That's what it does. That's all daylight savings does. I'm gonna steal time. That's the crime I'm gonna do. I hate daylight savings.
Mitsunari with 500 bits said, "Yar Cheer 500, have you heard about the new Discord issue? Discord DMs got written in plain text logs
We
in
shut it off earlier in
Raider
stream.
add-on with Discord and had the
Yep.
bearer token stored in plain text files.
Yep.
Link
Yeah.
to a write-up about it coming now, http.
We went over it earlier in the stream and found out that my logs were also stored locally in that way. It's not great, including my bearer token. So I changed my Discord password.
Must proceed to the Cadian outpost and
Brother.
was then infiltrate the refinery and complete demolitions to wood. Trigger
Smash.
detonation only when the main swarm has entered the plaza zone.
Off we
Coordinate
go.
our efforts over rocks.
You fools. Yes. Look at that arm, dude. Tech Marine, very fun, by the way. Tech Marine, very fun. Ooh, turret. Go forth, my beautiful turret. I feel like a freight train. Oh, press the wrong button. It is me, the freight train. Data slate. Reckon you do Total War 40k when it drops? Absolutely. I'm really interested in it now. I like am slowly getting more and more into the Warhammer 40k universe. It's like taking my life over at this point. Bloop. Bloop. I love that while I'm charging, I can actually set this up and like do my Q turret, and I have it set to the sniper turret, so it just annihilates elites. I haven't spent a single point of ammo yet on this whole run. Yes. Also, while I'm running through them, my my shoulder turret can actually do the execute shots, which is kind of sick. Next comes the model painting. You might be right. Ow! Give me that armor back. Fantastic.
Activating tarantula
Tech Marine ability is awesome. It recharges so fast. Oh! Crash dump sending utility. The game crashed. Wow. Yeah, no shit. I don't think I've ever had Space Marine 2 crash. Brother, the client is pinned. Brother. All right, well, sending that error report. It's kind of weird. Yep. That's I didn't pray to the machine spirit correctly, apparently. Switch to the neuron computer. Bring the servitor in here. Like, okay. The PC is a heretic, chat. I don't think I've ever seen it crash. That's wild. Wonder what happened. Waiting. Does the game have a purity seal? No, unfortunately. That's probably why. So here's something I have to ask. Do purity seals actually do anything? Like, unironically, do they actually do something? And if so, what do they do? Because to me, it just looks like they don't understand technology, so they add those for reasons. Yes, what do they do then? How dare you ask that? That's heresy. It's not heresy. I just want to know. Minor protection from Chaos Taint. Does it actually protect it from Chaos Taint? Or is that just like they believe it? They sanctify the machine spirit of their guns and armor. Do they just believe that, or does it do it? Both. Okay. Faith makes them work? That doesn't make any sense. Did Heimdall get one? Not that I could see. Oh, maybe that one. That guy's a weirdo. Are you a weirdo? You might be a weirdo. Oh, dude, that guy's totally a weirdo. I'm just getting rid of that. A weirdo. They can burn up in tainted area? Giving the bearer warning. Oh, is that what it is? What makes them burn? Do we understand, like, how purity seals work at all? Here's the thing, though. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen a lot of Space Marines, like, in areas that are highly tainted with chaos, and their purity seals don't burn, so... How does it work? They have, like, a drop of the Emperor's blood or something? Wait. How do you get blood out of beef jerky? Just asking. I'm just wondering. Carefully? Okay. It's not heresy. It's not heresy. A little bit of corpse dust. I'm sorry if you were in the party before and you didn't get to be in the party still. It just crashed again. What the hell is going on? Is the game just unplayable now? I'm going to verify the integrity of the game files. That's pretty weird. Yeah. I have not had this problem before. I'm going to verify the integrity. It's doing it now. It's going to take it a minute. Yeah, something's wrong. Look, just because I was asking about the Emperor's blood doesn't mean there's a problem. Graphics drivers? I played this yesterday with no issues. Yeah, so I don't know. The machine spirit is upset. Good. It deserves it. Might need to reboot. I'm not rebooting while I'm streaming. That's a nightmare. Have you thought about playing EDF while you're waiting? No. It's funny. The spirits detect heresy. Dude, maybe they do. Why would it be crashing? The hell is causing that? It didn't do this before. Did you feed your computer? Oh, you know, honestly, I may have forgotten to feed my computer. My bad. Yeah.
The real Miracoon with 500 bits said, "Hi Thor. So this happened a while ago, but I still keep talking about it. So as you know, I had severe depression for 5 years. I have also been stable for I think 4, maybe 5. Some time ago I was in a bookshop buying a cookbook for a friend. And this older lady comes in with all the groceries. And drops everything. I am talking multiple oranges rolling over the floor. Part 1/2.
Multiple oranges. All over the floor. Oh. Jesus, that sucks.
The real Miracoon with 500 bits said, "Sir, I help her. As I hand her the last orange. She reaches for her purse to thank me. I tell her, there is no need. She takes one look at me. One look, smiles and says, 'Life's been hard on you, hasn't it, dearie?'
What?
Fudge, man. I just bawled for 5 minutes.
What?
You can't just do that. That's not fair. It was very positive, don't get me wrong, but man. Part 2 halves.
What? What? You just got grandma'd. That's what happened there, dude. You got Karen grandma'd. Okay, so all files successfully validated. Maybe it's because I'm using game capture? I've never had this problem. This is really weird, man. This is like really weird. Yeah, you got grandma'd. I hope we're able to play this, because, like, I like Space Marine 2, and I played it on stream recently, but 2 crashes in 10 minutes is kind of wild. Steam might need an update or a reset? That's not a Steam issue, though. Right? Like, that's really strange. Have you removed the salami sausage slice from the CD-ROM drive? No, that's load-bearing, dude. If I get rid of that, it's going to ruin the whole thing. Yeah. They blow the computer up. Can't have that. We got to feed it salami. That's what my computer eats. It's hungry. Do you know, as a kid, I ruined a VCR with that? I put peanut butter and oatmeal inside of a VCR because I thought it was hungry when I was a little kid. And I didn't want it to go hungry. Not a joke. Actually hilarious. Yeah. And you just activated that memory by talking about this. I was like, it needs to eat. And I was very upset. I was very upset that I was not allowed to feed the VCR. Maybe to try to launch the op in private mode. Maybe it's a multiplayer thing. Could be. I don't know, man. Like, let's try this again. Imagine how parents were upset too. Yeah. This is my mom's house. Remember right. What is a VCR? I'm not happy with you. That's not a nice thing to say. That's not nice. Yeah, that displeases me. Let's try going to this one. Because that crash seemed to come out of nowhere, dude.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor! For the Omnicide!
Ban them? No. Mods, turn this man into a servitor. That's how it works.
Incognito_panda said 4, you know how if you Google Katamari or Google Gravity, it makes the site interactive. Well, you can also search, do a barrel roll, or Pac-Man, or Holy, my favorite, DVD screensaver, or the newest one, 6.7, or 6.7.
You can also do Zerg Rush as well. It's kind of fun. And like, they come out and they eat it. All the little O's in Google and go out and eat it. Mods, age this man. Recycle this man. Oh my god. Gulliman should beat you to it this time? F. Wait, there's a couple of salamanders in my party. Maybe that's why my client is crashing. It detects the weakness of the salamanders. That's what's going on. Yeah. That's why my client's crashing. Salamanders. Salamanders. If they didn't use flamethrowers, are they even salamanders? Dude, exactly.
Scans show the Tyranid numbers growing exponentially within the Hive City.
Mods, sign this man up for an HOA.
Sectors is a lost cause.
Alright, well, we're in.
Bombardment from orbit risks collateral damage, so we need a more targeted approach. Commandeer a Nova cannon.
Hasn't crashed yet. Does it look good? Everything look good on your guys' end?
And deliver the payload by rail. We shall collapse the superstructure from below.
Faster.
Tons of plastic shall rain down on their wretched carapaces.
Visibility low.
Hello.
Rely on all space.
Love it.
The battle disturbs Avarax's arid landscape. Dust squalls can rise with little warning. If conditions obscure the path, look for the flashing guideposts.
Splat. Glorious.
Advance when it is clear.
Delete the shaders if it happens again? Okay. Just spamming left click while you're running through enemies is amazing feeling.
Taking cover is advisable, but not necessary.
You don't get to get away. It's unlimited armor. Unlimited armor.
The dust storm has set.
Human shaped meat grinder? Exactly, dude. Every time you do one of those executes, you get one armor put back. What's your take on Helldivers 2 recent drama? I think that the internet is incapable of having any type of a conversation without ruining a person's life as a way of winning said conversation. And that's exactly what happened to that guy. He did something they didn't like, so they doxed him and ruined his life. That's it. Wish I could say that it was uncommon. It's not.
Feels downright roomy after all that smothering.
You're ashamed to like that game now? Why? It's not unique to that game. It's not unique to that community. A turret, brother.
Activating tarantula sentry gun.
Bloop.
Depot appears secure and devoid of Xenos. Activate the quartermaster's console and wake the machine spirit. Instructed to load the explosive.
Go forth, my beautiful turrets.
Assist him when necessary.
Yes.
Formidable Tyranid organism terminated. Restoring sentry to battle-ready status. My server harness gun will handle this.
Rolling, brother.
This is Skipper's. Load a Nova cannon and close it forward to one the supply train.
God, it's beautiful. Yeah, they ruined his life. They got him fired from his job that he had for 7 years, and then they also went after his work at a horse rescue that he was donating his time at. So it was a sanctuary and horse rescue, and he had been there for 11 years, and they had to let him go as well. He's just a normal guy. He's not like a content creator or anything like that. They just ruined his life. They ruined his life. What are we talking about? A guy tried to challenge the developers of Helldivers 2 to beat their own game at level 10, and if they could do it, he would donate to charity, and he started a whole charity event around it. And the Helldivers community, instead of handling this like normal, adjusted, well-adjusted human adults, ruined his life, unironically. Like, absolutely ruined his life. And that's it. How'd they get him fired? Sending threats to his employer until they fired him. Why? Why does the internet do anything? Right? I wish I could say that this is uncommon. But, like, it's not. You've seen it. I've seen it. It's the most common thing in the internet right now. What the? Holy shit. That was a huge hit. Like, I almost just got one shot. The 30% increased damage and 50% more ammo on turrets is enormous, by the way. I've actually really grown accustomed to this and really like it. It's so heartbreaking. I mean, it's how it is, right?
Performing self-maintenance.
Cannon implosive warhead requisition, Lieutenant.
Good. Escort the payload to the train.
Garbage people need to be locked away. They won't. Nothing will happen to them. Like, we can make statements like that, but it doesn't change anything. It's not going to make people do anything about it. Like, there's nothing that can be done there. You have hundreds, if not thousands, of people that are engaging this type of practice, and there's no repercussions for them whatsoever. And that's the general standard of the internet now. And I wish it wasn't that way, but it is. And it's a pretty hopeless situation. The damage is already done, guy's life is already ruined, and there's no repercussions for anybody who took part in it. And a few months from now, or maybe even 6 months from now, everyone will forget about it and they'll do it again. You know? Happens over and over again. That's so wrong? Yeah. Think about all the times you've seen this happen. This isn't unique. It's not a flash in the pan. It's not unique to Helldivers. You've seen this many, many times. Many times. Yeah.
Monstrous seals eradicated.
Ooh, can I get to it in time?
I can restore this sentry to operate servo gun is fully operation. Let the servo gun do its job.
There goes our range advantage.
Turret!
Activating Tarantula's
Arise, brother. I hate that he can hit me while I'm stuck in that stupid animation. Best side of the internet is localhost. You're goddamn right. Ew. Gross. Brother.
Aerosol identified. Assume battle formation.
Oh, damn. I forgot there's home. That sucks.
Fragmentation grenade.
What? Oh, shit. Oh, that's not good. Stealth guy.
Updating mission.
I'm gonna die, brothers.
Continuous atmospheric irritation.
It's not good. It's not good. Oh, I need it. I got the neuro throw up with my turret. Oh. Got him. Oh, god damn it. Golemats, you gotta let people execute those men. shit. Oh, goddamn wave. The wave got me while I was trying to block that guy. But yeah, let people execute so then you can get armor back. If you're just shooting them down to death, then nobody gets any execute.
Death averted.
Yeah, no, it's super maniacal behavior for sure. But that's the internet, man. Like, that's how it works.
Large Tyranid organism destroyed.
This turret is in such a